There we go.
Make sure you know if the microphone's working.
Blobby.
Yeah, my microphone's working. Yeah.
Microwaves are working.
Yeah, that's all captured.
I don't know why I said microwaves.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
We are back
Yay.
with another episode of Survivors of Tarnstead. We're going to start with our usual manner of introduction. First up, we have Blackheart as.
Carrick Marsk.
We have Kronos as.
RG Lira.
We have Hatden as.
Telda.
We have Marcus as.
Corvus Adalas.
We have Sammy as.
Gifton, Brockgren, Greysteel.
We have Tobias as.
SVP is Steelshod.
And you have me, Yuli, as your friendly DM. As we enter the third inning, who would like to give the recap?
This ASMR version.
Who's gonna do the recap? I'll do it. It's low hanging fruit. You
Okay.
guys are suckers. I'll take it.
Go for it,
All right.
Gifton.
Last time on Survivors of Tarnstead, we honored two amazing characters. We got to say goodbye to Harcount, who we found out his name was Heavy. We also had to say goodbye to Luther, as we did a celebration of their life. It was very beautiful. There were games. There was lots of beautiful conversations with people, trying to ease their pain a little bit for what was going on, and Luther kind of asking us to, hey, watch out for certain people. Tilde took it on himself to kind of shepherd after Valda and watch out for Melinda and Otto. A bunch of us were kind of chasing Harcount around and ruining his day. Cassiopeia found out that Millie is incredibly good at cards and took all her colored paper and ruined her time.
Destroyed everyone that was in that card game.
Corvus began to understand the wild world of transdimensional 4D chess, whatever that bullshit was, with Echo, and they partook in various games as well. As the night went on, we eventually got to the air quote main event, and we saw a beautiful spectacle of Imor's most hated person in the world and Imor's most devout priest, kind of ascending off to the hereafter, as the sun rose above the dunes. After that, we continued to try and make various people feel better. We tried to help who we could with their grief, but as Corvus tried to sneak off with Echo to get away for reasons of grief, possibly, or just tiredness, or just couldn't stand to be around people. It was really unclear what Corvus was feeling at the time. Hea showed up and then asked Corvus to go run around and grab everybody. Corvus ran around and did grab everybody, including the very morose and what would be the right word? They wanted to be inebriated, but they couldn't be inebriated.
Depressed.
Extremely depressed council member, and it was sad for us to see Wilhelm like that, but he was depressed. But Corvus rounded them all up. Then Hea grabbed a bunch of us up that were up with I think it was Sigmund. Sigmund up at the one point, and then she explained that she was officially giving the land that we were currently having the party at to the people of Firmir. They could do with it what they wanted. They were also welcome to join as part of her own continent, and that she wanted them to know that Imor, Ilan, and Miras already had plans to do very similar, to offer them space, to offer them places. And then she kind of looked to Gifton and Telde and kind of was like, I'm pretty sure some people could talk to Scrim and them and find out if that would be okay. And we kind of said, yeah, sure. I mean, Scrim kind of likes them, except that they're crazy finger waggly types. The only thing they hold against them is that they're mages. It's actually not the undead thing. It's entirely the magic.
It's the nerds.
That's their nerds. Yeah, we had that. It was a very nice conversation. Gifton alerted Haya to the problem that we were all under a weird little oath bound thing, and that Cassie is going to be at some point called upon to do the same. And Gifton said for her sake, and only her sake, that if anything happened to her, she didn't want Haya acting on her behalf if it went bad, because she just doesn't want Haya to get into the mess. And then we had an awkward kind of parting of, she was kind of like, well, grinchy at Morgani, but can't go rah 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 at her because can't. And then she left. We turned around, and a whole bunch of our family members that we had brought with us to the party had collectively fallen asleep while waiting for us. Like, they all sat down together, like waiting with their like bags and everything to go, and then they just all started sleeping on each other. And even like Razem was passed out, and it was like, okay, well, I guess we're sleeping here. Corvus found out Echo fell asleep in the pile and went, fuck it, I'm still going back. So he used the empty way back. Gifton set up things with people. We all had like a little lay down area with Millie and Cassie, and I guess Telday's kind of just standing around, but RG's family and Carrick and all them. And then a little while after we got that set up, Raziel showed up, had a sweet little conversation with Gifton, tried to, assure her a little bit. I think he felt like Gifton was feeling really sad, and he was trying to comfort her because, it probably hit home for him in a lot of ways, some of the shit that happened, especially with heart count. And then and he also played a really badass trumpet solo during the earlier part of the celebrations, so that was kind of fucking awesome. And then he mentioned that in the next day, when we got back up, that him and Dadriel were thinking about going into the temple of it's not Lost Hope, it's the Temple of Lost Causes. To go see about maybe figuring out what to do with that spark, and if we could use what Morgani and the rest of them had started to actually do something with it. And she was like, yeah, we can look at that tomorrow. And they were talking to Scrim about it, or I don't know if they were talking about Scrim about it, but they were talking to Oberon and to Tanya about it maybe too. And then he took off for the night, and that's where we ended.
Yes, very good. Go ahead and take a standard inspiration.
Standard. I know the standard because when I mouse over it, it says standard.
Yeah. All right, where we are going to pick up.
I have a play immediately.
Oh no, play it immediately.
This is unfortunate because this is what Corvus wanted last week.
It's a rest?
Oh, 2 cards on the inspiration deck. Okay.
Yeah.
Draw 2 cards on the inspiration deck. Marvelous.
And then she gets 2 more. Draw 2 cards.
I have another play immediately.
Okay. Oh, how lovely. Okay.
There's the rest.
Yay! I feel rested.
All right, everybody gets a short rest during your long rest.
Say, as soon as we finish the long rest, we get a short rest.
But I need to check somebody's sheet real quick. God, this
I
is
hope
a
it's
mess.
mine, because mine's taking forever to load.
Whose sheet are you checking? Because I'll tell you if it's mine. I'm sorry.
Nope, it's not yours. There we go.
Okay.
Open.
It's mine. I take no responsibility.
You have to take responsibility if it's yours.
If it's mine, I am unapologetic because I barely keep track of my existence.
I'm blaming Sam for any problems with my sheet.
Corvus.
Yes.
All right, I better roll instead of just admitting defeat. 1 second. Yeah, okay. Corvus.
Uh huh.
You travelled back to the structure, yes?
The
Yep.
the home
Yep.
tower.
Getting some rest there. It doesn't feel like you've been asleep long. When you are stirred by the sound of footsteps entering the room that you're in. Are you going to keep miming sleep, or
He is going to sit up. Can I help you?
right? You sit up and you are greeted by the surprised face of somebody in Sphinx uniform, as in the future initiative. They don't look familiar to you, but they are holding a pistol. Very advanced looking, smooth sci-fi pistol, but a pistol nonetheless. You can recognize that general outline. And you see that, you ask them that question, and you've got a moment where they just look surprised. You acting beyond that?
I immediately flex the left arm and cast whole person.
For that,
on him.
I'd like an initiative roll.
Okay. I don't have a token.
That's
You just want
fine. Yeah, just
Okay.
just an initiative roll. Okay. Right. You doing anything to boost that, or you keeping it as is?
I'll immediately re-roll it.
Okay. Right. So there's that moment of surprise. You're both looking at each other as you wait for that response, and then they immediately just sort of jab their left arm with like the hilt of their pistol, and they shimmer out of existence.
My God, he killed himself for that.
Corvus,
Mm-hmm.
you don't think they've got invisible because you would still see that.
Do I see? I know that I see rips in reality.
They
because
did
of the
not
slicing.
travel through your method. No.
Okay.
Maybe some kind of plane shift or such, but there was no incantation.
In the immediate response to that, I will dispel magic in the area.
Okay. Nothing happens. And you are out of initiative.
They were in his room, or just
Whatever room you had posted up in.
all right. He's gonna go over to his equipment, start rummaging through it. He keeps pretty good inventory of his gear. Is there anything amiss?
Give me a investigation check. Not that you can tell.
Um, mm, he curses under his breath magic. Oh.
Okay. You curse. What else are you doing?
They're not here. They're not. He can't tell that they're here in any
As
form?
far as you can see, unless you're doing something special to beyond, looking around. Do you want to investigate the building? Do you want to? What are you doing? They're not in this room.
He's going to grab his stuff and not leave it alone for any point of time. He's going to walk around the building. I can't use that because I don't have that spell prepared.
Right, if you want to search the building, just go ahead and give me a perception check. Yep, no hide nor hair of this individual. What are we doing, Corvus?
I honestly don't know what else he can do.
Yeah, but what is he doing? No, is he gonna go back to
is-
sleep? Is he gonna travel somewhere
No,
else?
he's standing there in extreme frustration. His hand is on a revolver now, and he's just going through the paranoia that he is.
Okay, are you just gonna spend the night on guard like that? Is that what you're gonna do?
After some time, he will take a breath and cast sending.
Okay, who are you sending to?
Raziel.
Okay. Oh, whoa, okay.
He's asleep.
No.
This is hilarious.
Sleeping-
There's two
sleeping
of them.
doesn't stop
There's
it.
Two of them. There's two of them, and also if they're in heaven, it won't reach.
Oh, god damn it, there are two of them.
There are two.
Oh, what's
of
he
them
sending?
Raziel, come to the tower immediately. I need your assistance in a magical matter. There is a Sphinx temporal agent here snooping around. Wake up!
Hey, so the first thing you see is James himself appearing in front of you after a few moments delay, like a good 5 seconds, which doesn't feel long, but if you know how they work, that's lengthy. And when they appear, you're immediately met with a voice behind you, a much younger voice, feminine, just going, "I don't sleep."
God, there's two of you. Ah. Sorry, Raziel, if this time it wasn't concerning you. Sorry, but if you're here, you're here.
This Raziel, the smaller Raziel, is sort of walking around you, not looking at you, just looking around, while James is casting a sort of eye about without really moving from the spot and going, "Sphinx agent, you sure?"
Yes, it had the same attire. They touched something on their arm and they woofed.
Oh, if it was just a moment ago, perhaps they can't have gone far. Well, check about. Perhaps you should rejoin the others. Safety in numbers. What
Yeah,
are
but
you
there
doing
was-
here anyway?
I was just trying to get away from things. I don't like parties. I don't like crowds. I was trying to
Party's
get my
over.
bearings together.
Look, that's a dark mirror for Raziel of this time frame.
And
I
I
don't
wanted-
like parties. I don't like crowds.
And I wanted to do some research with some quietness, but I think I've lost track of time and fell asleep.
Where were they? The younger Raziel asks.
In my room.
Did you chase them out here?
No, I woke up. I said, I can't remember what I said. Who are you? What do you want? Or what is it? And I saw them. They saw me. They had a pistol in their hand, a futuristic looking one. And then I tried to cast a spell on them. I was too slow, I guess, coming out of my sleep, and they whooshed away. There's no immediate magical effect in the area, and they didn't do anything that I am aware of as far as my means of transportation. He does holster the pistol that he's been clenching.
The one that makes you want to do bad things like shoot
Yep.
angels.
Yep.
Oh, let's go take a closer look at your room, perhaps.
I'm not sure why they were here. I looked through my things. I couldn't see anything amiss. I don't know if they were here for longer and going through other people's effects. I'm not sure who all has things here.
Armed or unarmed?
What do you mean?
They
were
you know what the
armed.
meaning of that? Okay. Like,
They had
holstered or
No, they had it in their hand.
while you were sleeping?
Yes. That's why I reacted how I did.
Yes, I think perhaps we call that an assassination attempt.
That's the second time somebody's tried to assassinate us for one reason or another.
I'm at 3.
Welcome to importance.
Yay.
And let's go take a double look, perhaps now that you're a little more awake.
Is inside or outside of Traveler?
Outside.
Outside.
Yeah. Traveler is right there in the courtyard.
Yeah, I was like sitting there going, "Shit, did they get into Traveler?" And then I was like, "Oh, Corvus is sleeping in the tower, isn't he?"
Mm-hmm.
Unwise.
Right. Both the Raziels head for the sort of entryway. Pause as they both reach it at the same time. One looking down at one, the other looking up at the other. Both gesture for each to enter first.
What if you just step forward?
Worried the others could stab the other one back.
Age before beauty, the younger one says with a smile. The older one narrows her eyes a little bit before entering.
My lord.
Let's let wisdom lead the way as he walks on in.
Was that it because you're not there?
Huh? No. I'm just saying, I'm not sure age has made him wise.
Corvus is going to begin putting on his coat and armor.
Want to get up to the room?
Yeah.
Okay, as he's doing that, both the Raziels are looking about. You see James is actually doing some arcana to try and find things. The younger one just seems to be gazing about, investigating themselves. And James actually looks a little frustrated and goes, "Can't find anything either. No sign of any magic use at all. Well, beyond yours."
So they have a device that transcends magic then.
I was not unquestionable that I've seen they have some funny things.
So I'm guessing that the whole negotiations of neutrality is off the table.
Not without any evidence on our part, though we can levy accusations. Question is whether this is a party division amongst the number, or the negotiations truly are just a smoke and mirrors ploy.
Well, they're very blatant that they were wearing their own insignia, so it may be a ruse. I don't know.
Wait,
Annalisa's back.
yes, you did say they were a temporal agent. Like they had uniform and everything.
Yes, they had the same uniform that agents at the Time Vault people did,
That
and the agent
does
that,
seem rather foolhardy for a clandestine assassination.
like I said, maybe it's trying to push some buttons, trying to get one party to act over the other.
Hmm.
Which, I mean, they targeted the right person to do that with.
The
Yes.
third set of time travelers have now appeared.
Well, let's come back to safety in numbers, or must I stay guard over you, my dear sleeping prince?
He just
He's-
glares at Rex.
Younger Raz is going to sort of glance up and going, "You two have history, don't you?"
You are going to be so excited when you find out.
I'm sure. Well, you guys do your thing. I'm going to get back to,
But
important work.
well, that's appreciative. But in the future, is there a way to designate one of you, or is it always going to be because you're the same entity?
Ow! Ow!
Oh, I'm
Corvus is
sure you'll
mean.
figure it out. Unfortunately, we seem to be a package, so you have fun with that. And she sort of looks over at James, gives him a little "see you later," and they vanish. Flap of wings. Insufferable. James mumbles to himself.
Look in the mirror.
I want to think about summon both of them every time.
I tell you to do the same, but
Well done.
Wait, can you use a mirror yet? Have we tested this with the new buddy?
with the new buddy, he could. It's not him seeing; it's the buddy seeing.
Then I was just
Yeah.
curious. I wasn't sure how that thing printed mirrors.
Yeah, it's capable of mirrors. So, back to the group or posting up here, maybe seeing if they'll try again.
I want to test if they will try again. Maybe
Okay.
they just spoofed me and I reacted and they're going to come back.
It's not likely, but it's worth a shot. I'll stay nearby, a couple of rooms over.
Okay.
Sleep well.
Yeah, sleep.
James will leave.
Corvus is going to try to center himself again.
Mm-hmm.
On the bright side, you feel like you got a rest.
Yeah, you do. You do feel strangely refreshed. The adrenaline, you see.
Yeah, it is the adrenaline, and I love it because it made me have adrenaline, and I am so pumped.
Right.
After he tries to center himself, he's going to start removing his kit.
Looking disarmed.
Yeah.
Do you want to set anything up or so on and so forth?
I would like to, but it doesn't work on humanoids. It
Mhm.
works on extra planar creatures.
Do you want to, say, break a file, sprinkle it at the doorway so you hear crunching of people entering? Yeah, there's more mundane things you can do.
Yeah, I know. He is.
That's the traps. Set up as a trip line.
Home Alone it.
He is going to palm the Corvus powder.
Mhm.
And he is going to
Is that like powdered other Corvuses?
it's the toxin that Corvus put on everything when we tried to
okay.
investigate the Vardo. And yeah, he is going to set up just very minor mundane obstacles. Glass, of course. Let's see if there's anything else he has.
Some Hot Wheels cars on the stairs.
If only. Yeah, just some of the tincture alchemical supplies that he has, like the little tiny bottles.
Okay. Right. And then you're going to try and sleep? Or are you going to just lay in bed?
Actually. Oh, I have... Oh, no, that would be bad. That would put me in a catatonic state. That's not good.
That's really convincing.
It would be very convincing. Just in case of things, he is going to utilize his Amorian false life and give himself a lot of points.
Okay. Right. And then, do you want to legitimately try to sleep, or are you just going to mime it?
He's going to mime it.
Okay. Alright, you lay in bed. That's going to be incredibly low DC. Just give me a Constitution saving throw, see that you stay awake. Don't accidentally fall asleep, Yep, you're fine. Okay.
Sleepy Corvus.
Alright.
Time.
Does he go honk shoe, or me? Random German occasionally.
Yeah.
Ein Schwein. Mein Lederhosen.
Okay.
I'm not racist. I'm sorry. I don't know German words.
First while, back at the new Fomerian grounds, I guess it is.
Everyone wakes up in a battery, and we find out we've been in the Matrix.
Right. Who was sleeping in the protective bubble?
I am.
I think most of us were.
Yeah, we just kind of made a nest of everybody, I thought.
Yeah.
I think the bubble was just erected around the sleeping people, so...
Okay. In that case, all of you are awoken to a scream of pain.
Oh,
What?
we can tell. Nice.
Yeah. You're all awoken
Okay.
to a scream of pain.
Waking up, I guess. I'm awake.
Yeah.
There's that disheveled mess of various waking bodies, some of them clustered close together.
Oh no, the children.
Oh, no, the babies.
Yeah.
Wait, did one of us roll around the kid?
Not.
Immediately, Care is in protective father mode. He's sort of huddling with the kids. You see a little shield pop up from somewhere. You don't know what.
God, the children are learning spells.
It does seem to be of defined nature. And yeah, the bubbles, are they opaque from the inside or transparent?
I don't know.
It's been a while.
Well, the thing
You
is, it's
can
like
choose.
there is no way this could have been a standard bubble because the standard
That's
bubble
true.
can only
In that
close-
case, they
So
are
it's
going to be transparent
whatever-
from the inside.
It's just like the Fomerians' magical mansion
Yep.
was visible from the outside when they usually aren't. I
Yep.
just figure the Fomerians are just badass.
Yeah,
So it's
in that
whatever
case,
you
I get
want.
to choose. They are, in fact, transparent from the inside. All of you can see outside Lucifer standing with a blade driven into some man who appears to be in the final stages of his eyes burning out before he slumps to the floor, the blade withdrawing.
Uh,
Um,
Hi, Lucy.
Lucifer looks over towards
for
the.
the murder to get on, isn't it?
I don't know if there's such thing as.
Lucifer just sort of looks over to the bubble, holds up his hand, and goes, "A moment, stay inside." And
Okay.
Gifton, you can hear the communication on Angel Radio. It seems to be closed off. You can't tell what's being said, but you can tell it's happening. And he's just staying nearby, but he seems to be glancing off into various different parts of the distance.
Eric's grabbing his staff out, just in case.
And after a couple of moments, about 2 minutes or so, he sort of glances over and goes, "Should be safe. Stay close, though."
I'm gonna walk over to Lucy. I'll look over at Kara and Razem and motion stay in there.
All right.
Step out.
As you all start to step out of the bubble, it's transparent, but I say it does that sort of like, looking through watery, shimmer. Clarity in the night. Now you can see the body at his feet. Seems to be a Sphinx agent. They appear to be carrying a sort of half-rounded device, rather large, a few buttons set onto it.
What is this?
Press all buttons.
Have we seen anything
Kristen's gonna
similar
pick
to
it
it
up.
in the various things we've gotten?
Okay, as you head over to pick it up, you can see that was held in one hand. It's got like a pair of handles in it. There was a pistol held in the other. And as you pick up this strange device,
Catching random stuff from you guys.
Oh no, is this what I think it is?
I will allow some intelligence checks from people if they want to try and figure out what this is, but it's going to be hard.
I'm pretty dumb, which is why I went over to go pick it up. Because I understand one thing about my character. I'm wise, but I'm not wise. Yeah.
Ass is too tired.
I'm having the slow load of my character sheet. All right, intelligence, you said?
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, hey, above average. I'm doing all right.
I guess it would make sense that I'm here, so yeah, I'd be rolling. Let's burn a card.
All I can think of is it's a grenade, but I don't know.
Okay. All right. Tell Day.
Go tell Day.
You get this because you actually this makes sense. You spent a lot of time speaking to Traveller, seeing some different paths and so on. You saw this in some just little news footage of terrible act being committed. This looks an awful lot like a vortex detonator, as it was termed. Basically, a incredibly high yield implosive device.
Gifton, I would not touch that. I would put that down very carefully.
Oh. Okay.
Definitely do not press any of the buttons. I will explain
really
once it
pretty.
is safer.
Okay. But I kind
Tell
of
Day?
wants it.
It looks like it's just about ready to be armed. There's a few flashing lights on it, and you think this guy dude was through a few button presses to getting it set and ready to detonate.
Lucifer's still there, right?
He is. He seems to be on edge, looking about.
Lucifer, how difficult would it be to move something quickly and get away from it?
Mere seconds. Why?
I fear that this is a high-yield implosive device and may be nearly armed.
He's taking it from you, Gifton. Not particularly gently. He might even just do one hand grasping it, the other just pushing you away from it, and then he vanishes.
I was gonna off of the wall to force it if it was that dangerous, but that works.
He doesn't come back.
Lucy?
There we go. Found somewhere safe for it. Right.
Oh, thank God. I'm just gonna suddenly just jump on Lucy. I have tears in my eyes.
Excellently played.
He just smiles at you, Gifton.
Thank you.
Do that.
Well, that sounds like their agreement to Talon was
whole load of
Not
nonsense.
honest. Yes.
Why would they show up in their uniform though? Isn't that weird?
Where's James?
Can we actually see in the bubble? Or is the bubble?
No, the
opaque?
bubble is opaque from the outside.
I thought he was
Um,
talking to
side, right?
Raziel. And where? I don't know where they are.
Hmm.
I mean, the Mirror's Angels are very mysterious people. I have no idea what you're up to.
Thank you
Okay.
for the assistance, by the way.
Of course.
If you notice them coming up, then
We have... I hope you'll excuse us. We do have some watchers watching, obviously. One of them caught sight of this man approaching your setup.
are they watching all of us?
Not just the group. You're not all
What about-
here.
Corvus ran off earlier by himself.
You make our jobs very hard. Right.
I stayed in the
We
pile of
were all
sleeping
good.
people.
Does Corvus have his... Well, let's hope he has his radio on him.
You don't think
I
he's
will try
behind this?
to use it.
I think the concern is that we might not have.
I'm
Pulling
gonna
out the
look
radio.
Lucifer over, like, is there any sign of injury? You look like no one hurt you, so I'm going to assume it wasn't Corvus.
Ah. Okay.
He's not friendly with angels, just so you know.
He does more than finger guns sometimes.
He has shot Raziel before.
You should get him a fest just a minute, let people know.
Out of character. Out of character.
RD's going to give that moment as if she's actually giving it serious thought. Yeah, maybe.
Hunter Orange Vest for Corvus saying,
No,
beware
I-
shooty.
There you go.
I'm
Probably
violent.
may bite.
Corvus. Trying that radio.
Okay. Corvus,
Mm-hmm.
you'd settle down, ready to mimic your sleep. You can hear the radio buzzing.
Corvus, these annoying people ruining my ploy right now.
Was he staying in Traveler? I wonder if I sending to Traveler if it, yeah.
Maybe that would work.
Can you do that?
Yeah. I think we can.
Well, let's try this radio one more time first. Gifton,
Yeah.
are your children awake yet?
Yeah.
I would like them to yell into this as loudly as possible.
Why?
All right. I'm gonna point over the pile of children.
So you're gonna head back into the bubble?
Going to head over to the bubble.
Oh god, the bubble.
Right.
Reflects the
So
sound
the shield
inside.
that got generated, did it look like it got generated by one of the kids, maybe, or was it by Care?
Unfortunately, it's gone now.
I
So
know, but yeah. I was just saying, when it showed up, was it like over the kids, or was it?
Unfortunately,
like,
you couldn't tell.
couldn't tell. Darn.
It actually was
Maybe we should get Turiel here, because maybe she should want to. She's a watcher.
She's
here
nearby
probably.
already. Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna actually like check the body.
Okay.
Since we have a dead body.
Right.
Do an
Yeah.
investigation check.
Sure. If you want to actually go through the their contents and so on.
Yes.
That's
We
what we
brought
should
up
do.
of why would they wear the
I am gonna hit up Angel Radio. I've warned people on Angel Radio. Hey guys, any watchers that are hanging around us, just so you know, Corvus is really jumpy, and he has tendency to start shooting when he sees feathers. So be wary.
Right.
Approach with caution.
Okay, Carrick. Yep. The hand isn't so much clutching a pistol anymore, like it was, but it's like hand is loosened, pistol's fallen sort of out of it. There is.
slide that away from it. Just
They were stabbed directly through the heart. Like pinpoint.
with a sword.
This is definitely a Sphinx agent uniform. It looks a lot like what they were wearing on the station. Looks like a guard uniform, essentially. Strangely enough, no rank markings. That's something you did see on these.
Should I bring him back?
Let's go through this with character for a second, and then Corvus will get the radio. So, and you start rummaging through. They do seem to have a belt with pouch on it and so on. They have what looks like to be sort of leather wrist strap with a sort of metal device on it.
Okay.
But otherwise, this seems to be a human male, just brown-haired, brown-eyed, very, very average, like shockingly average.
No.
Seems to be mid-20s.
No other marks other than.
They have what looks like to be, you think maybe some form of communication device, but there's no like identifiers on it.
I'm gonna kind of slide that over with the pistol
Mhm.
and the thing on his wrist. I'm gonna unhook that and slide that over there.
Not so much sliding as half burying into the sand as you move it along. Yes, you can place them aside.
I haven't found.
Oh, actually, you don't know they're brown-eyed. Never mind.
Yeah, it's just
They're burned out.
Yeah.
Nothing unusual, but they don't have any ranks. I'm going to use my keen mind because it's been long enough. Has everybody that I've been close enough to actually see had some type of rank?
They've all had some kind of marking, yes.
Okay.
You might not necessarily know what they are, but they've all had something.
This one has none.
Yeah.
This one doesn't have any type of markings on the uniform besides
Lowest rank, perhaps?
I mean, that enlisted kind of go that way, right? So
everybody else we've seen had something.
All right, Corvus.
Only seen important people though.
There are children like yelling for Uncle Corvus coming from the radio now.
Oh, Uncle Corvus, scary man. And you don't know if that means Uncle Corvus is a scary man.
Both.
How loud is it? Is it loud enough where
it's
someone
not
would
so
wake
much.
up?
Yeah, it's loud enough that someone would wake up. It's more the pitch than the volume.
They're squeaky.
He sits up and spins.
Although you did hear one of them just going, "I'm Corvus."
Very good.
He's going
to
to
man.
Pocket the vial and rub the sleep out of his eyes.
Put it back
slide
in the vial,
a
save it for
hand
later.
for pocket the vial. Deception for
Pretending to wake up.
Pretending to wake up.
Yep. Okay.
He's gonna walk over to the bag, fumble around a bit like he's sleepy again.
Because of the noise in the room, James suddenly appears in the doorway, and it looks like he has a spell prepared at his lips. Doesn't fire it off, but he's definitely coming in aggressive.
Yeah, and he can probably see Corvus also has a hand inside his coat with a.
And then he looks almost disappointed and just goes, "Oh, it's just you. Okay."
The kids are asking for me. He picks up the radio.
That's suspicious.
Shut up.
I mean,
yes, this is Uncle Corvus. What are you all doing awake?
3, 2, 1. One more time.
What's an implosion?
A man screamed.
Then he died. His eyes burned out.
Okay, one.
I feel funny.
I'm doing a handshake. Can you see me?
The one who feels
Can I have
funny,
cake?
No more cake. The one who feels funny, sit
Have
down,
you ever
please.
cut out a heart?
Yes,
Why
I
don't you
cut
get
out
cake
a
right
heart.
What did it taste like?
Is that Corvus?
I did not.
Unky
take
looks
a
like
heart.
scared
Trying to give it
mom.
back.
Okay,
Mom cried.
Is your
Mom cried a lot. It was funny.
Is your mom all right?
Yes.
No,
Take
she's all
the radio
left.
back. No,
Yeah.
kids,
Well, that's
kids,
not what I
please.
asked. An implosion
You're
is a
able to
detonation
pull
of an
the
explosion
radio
that goes
away.
within itself.
No, without Uncle Corvus.
I bet he can
Yes,
still
you
yell
can
at us if we
yell,
yell loudly
Jake.
enough.
Sure.
Uncle Corvus.
You can yell Hexenreich swears at you later.
I think subterfuge is over. Shall we head back?
Corvus, you are alive then.
Yes, I am on my way. And he just clicks it off.
I think he turned
Uncle
it off.
Corvus.
Your way or mine.
Angel,
Any of you know how to do sending?
I do.
Sure, you're more
Marvelous.
comfortable with yours. I'll see you there.
yes, I'll see you there.
Alright, Raziel doesn't actually just instantly vanish. He seems to frown a bit, and then he just sort of walks out the room.
Do you want to join me?
No! Let's figuring some things out.
I like. Okay, good. I'm glad I did get the idea that he just tried to do something and couldn't.
Corvus is going to gather all his stuff and
Gummy bears.
go through the empty.
Okay, Corvus
Cursing
travels
and
through the
mumbling
empty.
himself.
Corvus not realizing Raziel has to go outside to fly, and he's upset about it.
You will all see Corvus appear from its hair, and then no sign of Raz yet. As Corvus is walking over, because I'm sure he didn't open it up right in the middle of
No,
people.
I did not open it up inside someone's chest.
Raziel arrives about 20 seconds after Corvus.
Which Raziel?
James.
Okay. Just making sure
Yep.
that we are tracking the
No,
right
I'm gonna wave.
Hello.
So,
Well, this
You're
is a
okay.
sight.
Yes, I'm.
Did you stab him, Gifton?
Yes.
Your brother.
I'm guessing
I
something.
stabbed him and burned his eyes out with my amazing angel bow.
So fierce. Oh. Okay.
I'm-
Corvus, does
I'm
this look like your man?
Corvus will walk over to him.
Same uniform, Corvus. Don't think it's the same dude.
Same uniform, not the same person.
So you had somebody after you? I was contemplating, do we want to tie him up and try and see if he'll come back?
I can
By-
just ask the dead. He's dead, right?
Yeah, but
We want him as evidence.
I was thinking that
one
prisoners
idea on
slash
that,
okay.
can being killed like that, does that stop that
I don't
at all?
know. I don't
Okay.
know. I need
So
to
I
ask
wouldn't
an
wanna
expert.
waste-
I'm looking over at Lucy.
Lucy
Is-
actually looks a little guilty for a moment. Yes.
How long has he been dead?
Is the soul gone?
Maybe 20 minutes.
I'll use something else next time.
Oh,
So there's no point in trying to get him back.
I mean, you could get the flesh moving, I suppose.
Well, see, if I can speak with the dead still, they don't need the soul there. It's just the body that's talking.
okay. Well, you do your thing. I was just trying.
Nope, a grand
you know-
idea, but I ruined it. I do apologize.
No, that is not. You were doing the right thing because for all you knew, that could have been Puriel come to stab us, and that was right.
Yes,
So you did
fine.
the appropriate thing. I was just saying if it was an option, I would have looked at it. But at the same time, I don't know.
Corvus opens the mouth of the dead man, seeing that it's all charred and
Mhm.
burnt. I don't think this is going to work.
Is the mouth burned?
No, it's the eyes are burned.
The eyes burned
Oh,
out.
just the eyes?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So the mouth is still
Yep,
functional?
mouth is fine.
All right. All right. So
I'm gonna
Alright.
move the weapon and stuff farther away.
it
All right,
won't.
you have to
After
figure out
we
your
get
questions
after
ahead of
we-
time, right? Because you don't want to
Yes.
accidentally yes no your way into nothing, right?
You hear from inside the bubble, I'm gonna take the children to the Fomirian's mansion.
Yeah, that might be
I was gonna say, did we want to go move everybody into Traveler for safety?
That's not a bad idea either. Razem's going to come out packing the kids and care. And
literally holding him.
Listen, I don't think you need me for emotioning at all of this. I'm gonna open up a tree portal over to our place, and I'll get everybody back there, and then I'll come back.
Sounds good.
Does anybody want to come with me as a brave and solitary guard?
I'll go with.
All right, cool. Solitary it is.
You said 2 people say yes.
No, I said solitary it is. I was joking about the fact that I had 2 people.
To be fair, I was really close to saying yes.
I know.
He just looks over at Cass and just goes and puts up the symbol for like rock paper scissors.
Cass looks at him.
Her.
Looks at Argy. Do it.
Like me go or shoot?
Roll a d3.
All right, so let's say what each one is.
Rock, paper, scissors from 1 to 3.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors.
Well, this is where I'm in the restroom.
All right, scissor.
What is...
Scissor. Right.
Oh my God, scissor sisters.
No, you just rolled 3. You're rolling 3.
Yeah, you're rolling 3, Cassie.
Oh yeah, you have to do 1d3.
Yeah, so roll a d3.
Actually, canonically, Cassie always throws scissor. Okay.
Actually, that means that Cassie rolled the paper versus
Argy
the
wins.
scissors, Argy wins.
Mm-hmm. Okay, decide what that meant.
All right, that means that Argy's coming with me. All right, so I'm gonna say you guys stay here. We'll be right back, and I'm gonna go tree portal people back to the thing. I'll just do that really quick because I don't.
Where are you tree porting into?
There's I'm sure there's a big tree or a bush near the tower.
A little distance away, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Corvus has propped up the man and is preparing the ritual of it.
Okay. Are you going to do Speak with Dead?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Alright, man propped up. Speak with Dead. You are able to cast.
Who sent you?
Alright, as the spell takes and you ask your first question. The sort of body sort of heaves a little bit, and the chest like rising up a little bit as if it's trying to pull itself up. And then you just hear from it. Who sent me? I was sent by the Sphinx Initiative.
Who were your targets?
Those that took the machine.
How do we contact your compatriots to communicate?
Communication is pointless unless you wish to give in. But if you truly wish to, my communicator.
How many of you are targeting those who took the machine?
More than you can count.
Even dead, they're insufferable assholes.
Do you have a meeting place? If so, when and where?
Closer. Come closer.
Corvus leans in.
It tries to move in closer to you as if trying to sort of reach you in. Closer.
He does.
As the mouth is beside your ear, they go and fall lifelessly.
Usually got gay chicken by a corpse.
Corvus stands up and
You aren't
shoots
there.
ahead.
I wasn't in character.
Okay. Oh, great. So you're
What?
just proving to Lucy that you're a loose cannon with a gun.
Okay, right. Flashing from there to those that have arrived back in Tulia, Gifton and Argy. You are walking towards the estate grounds that have been ceded over to you. Passive perceptions, what are they?
My passive is not
36.
as amazing.
36?
Mine's a 23.
Both of you can tell that there is a distortion in the air near Traveller. You can't tell what it is, but there is something there moving around Traveller.
Hey, there's something running around near the Traveler box that I'm worried about.
How many people are with you?
Just them two.
Oh, just
Well,
Archie
that's
and-
and the
Oh,
family.
and then family.
And the family.
Yes.
I wouldn't do this, but
Yeah.
there are
Yeah,
children.
there's Care,
with
there's
me.
them, and
My
the kids.
babies, Cassie's girlfriend Millie. We've got
Plus the civvies.
yeah, we've got all the civvies with us. So I'm
Are you going to stop them?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop them.
Yeah, Rezem actually sort of halts a bit. She's already sort of gesturing for the others to like hang back.
There's something over by the Traveler box.
RG's
Is that
actually
a call
going
for
to.
Heya, by the way?
I did call for Hea.
Since I have the ability to stealth, as long as I'm in like covering that, RG's actually going to stealth and try and approach.
Okay, you're going to stealth and approach. Gifton, you're calling for Hea?
Yep.
What exactly did you say? I missed it.
I said, Hey, I think there's something dangerous over by the Traveler box.
Okay. Right. RG, as you're approaching, are you doing anything as you're saying that, Gifton?
I'm flaring my wings out protectively and backing my family up.
Okay. Right. RG, as you're approaching, you can see that shimmering spots in the air you think are multiple figures.
Mm-hmm.
Are suddenly sort of like tossed to their feet as the ground around them erupts. These large tentacles emerging from the the earth itself. A couple of them get wrapped. Their stealth generators immediately dissipating as you see a couple of Sphinx agents being entwined and enraptured. The third seems to just wink out of existence. They were able to react quick enough to get away.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered we couldn't even see the stealth individuals because of weird tech.
Yeah, the tech doesn't show up for our true sight, so our true sight doesn't get past it. You have to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that guy in the tower is still there, most likely.
Potentially.
Probably.
Oh fuck.
Right. There are two that you can't even hear them screaming now. They are just enveloped completely. And just being held by this writhing mass that is surrounding Traveller. Emerging from that mass of tentacles steps Hea, fury on her face.
This.
What should I do with them?
Don't kill them, please.
And if they shall.
I'm gonna move my family someplace maybe they can't reach. I don't know. I look. I'm gonna go. Maybe we should check to make sure they didn't get into Traveler.
RG will
Can you check? Ask Traveler if they know if anybody came in.
RG will nod and actually go over and crack the door to Traveler open.
Okay. You crack the door to open to Traveller, and immediately in your mind, there is the voice of Traveller saying, "They are putting dampening devices around me. They are trying to move me. Please disable them."
Okay, and Arju actually trying to go. They're putting dampening devices around to try and move Traveler. They need to be removed.
What's a dampening device?
I have no idea. Traveler, what's a dampening device?
They would be small boxes affixed to my outer shell. They may be invisible to the naked eye.
Maybe we should move Traveler into the Feywild. It's dangerous as hell in there.
Would you like one to remove them for you? I'm sure we can convince them.
Here's a weird question. Since I've been near Traveler before, and I have this, would I have an easier time trying to find these?
I might give you like a couple of points of DC lower, but it's not a substantial thing.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
If your creature successfully hides from you,
Yeah.
they can be successfully hidden. So
Yeah. But if you want to try and investigate around Traveler, please go ahead and roll investigation.
I'm just double checking to make sure I don't have anything for.
And what I think you all missed was Heya saying that asking if we want to convince one of them to remove them.
Do you think we could trust them to? I don't know. They are your people, kind of.
She sort of brings a couple of tentacles that are holding these, down to your level. Slowly starts to unfold them until you just see faces. Brown-eyed, brown-haired, male humans, mid-20s.
I don't like this.
Same person in multiple timelines.
Yep.
Oh no, simulacrums could be maybe.
Or that.
Lots of clones. Oh, could be lots of things.
The same person continually pulled from multiple timelines.
Could be. Excuse me. You were putting things on our Traveler. Why?
Both of them seem to be trying to keep their mouth shut. You can see Heya is starting to put pressure. Reddening face, bit teeth, clenched together, biting tongue. Answer her. One of them clenches his eyes shut.
Keep doing it, you're gonna bite a hole in your tongue.
You should do an investigation roll.
But I'd stop because we were asking them first. But yeah.
Oh, you don't want to do it?
Well, Arju was waiting because after the thing of like, oh, we should ask them.
I wouldn't trust anything that they say. Is like they're not going to give us everything anyway.
Okay.
I think we should look anyway. I'm gonna shake my head. I think you'd have to hurt them too much, and I don't want you to. And I think they know that.
You will not be manipulated by them. Answer her. And you hear a crack from one of them. There's just that tentacle wrapping them shifts a bit. The man that came from lets out a small scream. That is a no-go RG.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh
my god, stats.
The one that didn't scream actually just lets out, I am Agent Stephen. Oh shit, what was the second name?
Second name?
Stephen
Fry.
Smith?
No, it's Stephen.
Spielberg, no relation.
Oh, Agent Stephen Kelliff. Sphinx Initiative. ID 187599.
Why have you broken our neutrality?
I am Agent Stephen. Stop squeezing, please. And Haya just inclines her head slightly towards you, Gifton. The other one, who seemed to suffer some break or another, is now sort of breathing through the pain, just hisses at the other, "Shut your mouth."
They're just soldiers. They're just doing their job.
You seem more talkative than the other. I will hold them as you strip them of their belongings. Then you can take them. How does that sound?
May I ask that you not give them directly to me? Maybe give them over to the group that's a bit equipped and doesn't have a bunch of unarmed civilians, I say, but I'll start stripping them of their belongings.
Okay, alright.
You're not there to be given out.
She slowly moves the tentacles to just allow you access to legs first and so on. Which, if you want to go ahead and give me an investigation check to make sure you get everything.
Yes, and I will spend a card because I'm a coward. Because I have a really bad investigation check.
I considered it both a +7. I was like, I don't think I'm getting anything either way.
I only have a +6, so it's. Oh, I got a 24.
Yeah. Then you were 23 normally.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay, very nice. You're stripping the one that's at least giving you the name and ID apparently, and they're just letting you take their stuff. These men do appear to be identical in the sense that they look like they're the same person. However, they've got slightly different haircuts. There's different weathering on their faces and so on. It's like same men, different life. And as you strip him off, he just looks defeated. Seems like he's no longer being hurt by hair. The other one, however, as you move to start taking stuff off him, just sort of side glances at the other, goes, "Coward," and clenches his teeth very tightly. A sudden bite, snap. And
no.
There's no foaming of the mouth, no poison or anything. What happens instead is there seems to be a micro explosion that happens in his head. Blood spurts out of eyes, mouth, ears, nose.
She's been throwing her wings up big because she went at the strange, action, just because she doesn't want her kids to see whatever just happened.
And then the body slumps in Hayer's grasp.
Gifted makes a face. I'm so sorry.
The other guy is looking over at his dead doppelganger, looking a little disturbed.
Please don't do that. We can.
I have a family. He didn't.
I know what that's like. Okay, I'm gonna hit Angel Radio. Raziel, not James. Raziel, can you come here?
Alright, small Raziel appears. There is the little flutter of wings, and then the small girl standing nearby, looking at this, tentacular mess.
Kinky.
Well, you've had adventures.
Yeah. I have a prisoner, but I also have a lot of unarmed family, and I want to put them in the safe place. And also, I'm not really smart, but they apparently hid things all over our magic's crazy tree box thing over there. And
I will help disable them if you grant me asylum.
Okay.
Raziel is looking at this stranger that just talked with suspicion.
Raziel, would you make sure to oversee if you could, please? I would ask, please, for your assistance.
Certainly. Don't do anything funny. Haya slowly sets this person down. Which
I think he's seen the outcome of either way of a funny thing here.
I'm going to very carefully take the dead body, and I'm gonna take off my cloak and
cover
it up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna nod to Razem. Get everybody inside. I think that would be good. And don't come out. Don't let anybody out. Okay. Just stay in for today.
Razem nods and will start herding people inside. But she actually stops at the doorway and just goes, "Traveler's saying not to come in."
Why not?
They're worried about being moved. As you hit the door, Traveler goes, "I cannot guarantee that I will stay here. Please remove the devices first."
All right. Let's remove the devices.
Right. This agent sort of looks over and goes, I can disable the stealth fields if you let me have my wrist pad."
Which is a wrist pad?
The bit that you took from my wrist.
This plastic or this weird. What is this metal? It feels weird and smooth.
Yes, it's.
I
don't know what plastic is, so it's a kind of metal as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't feel very strong.
It's robust enough. But
is it made of tin? Is this tin?
No. It's plastic. Please, can.
Okay.
I won't do anything. I promise.
Okay.
Right, are you handing them their wristpad?
Yeah.
Okay. They.
It's a dumbass. She'll trust this person.
Raziel seems to be far less trusting. They already have a knife in their hands. Mundane knife, I might add.
Oh, she hasn't had a blade yet.
No, she's prepared to injure, not immediately destroy a soul. She's ready to torture people.
My brain goes darkest timeline Raz.
Yeah.
She will shank a bitch.
Which they're looking nervously at the little girl as they just hit a little sequence of keys on the pad, and suddenly on Traveler appear these small boxes that seem to be wired up. Looks like there are like little nodules attached to the end of wires that have been sunk into Traveler's exterior. You can't really tell how they're attached beyond that. Like the large block sections don't seem to have anything that should mount them there. They're just stuck there. There is also one on the floor nearby. Looks like it was dropped by the one that vanished.
All right, can I have the plastic, please, back?
Yes, of course. And they will hand it back.
Wrist pad. That's neat. It makes you do magic with metal.
It's not magic. The devices, if you remove the wires from the exterior first, and then hit the sequence of Lambda, Omega, Alpha on the keypad, it'll disable them and they can be removed.
Lambda, Omega, Alpha.
I can do it if.
LOA?
No, it's symbols. It's.
Oh.
They sort of put their hands up and look over to Traveler as if like, may I?
I nod.
Okay.
And I will go over and try to learn from them how to make thing come off, so I can help them. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna let him do RG. Have RG do same.
Yeah, RG has already come over.
And maybe have Care help because
no, Care stay with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Raziel, however, is joining in the group, looming over this dude's shoulders as he's showing how to turn these off. Which he hits this sequence, which those are strange characters as far as you're concerned. And he's able to remove the device from Traveler's exterior. And he holds up the device to you and shows you again, like, these three buttons here in this order.
Okay. Thank you. I'll try doing it. I like buttons. They're fun.
Okay.
You like buttons?
Sure.
It's interesting.
They're always my favorite part of stitching, buttons.
Man looks down at his uniform that has no buttons.
I'm sorry, the future doesn't have buttons. It feels sad.
Between the two of you, you can easily remove the other two devices that are attached to Traveler if you follow that sequence.
Yep.
Mhm.
And now does Traveler say it's okay to get people inside?
And then Traveler seems less alarmed and goes, "It is safe now."
Traveler, do you think you would be safer if we moved you into the Feywild?
Yes.
Are they less likely to be able to do anything there?
It is
Hey,
a bit wilder.
Actually seems to be upset when you say that, and she just looks a little angry.
Her
I'm
place is
sorry. I keep getting past everything.
I mean, they're from here. It makes sense. They're another version of the world's version of your greatest protectors. Of course they'd be able to get through here. It's not your fault. I mean, think how wonderful it was that your people were this innovative. They were amazing. They are amazing.
They're just slightly getting in the way right now.
We're just unfortunately not their favorite people right now. I'm gonna hug Kaya.
Yeah, she just remains quiet, sullen, and she'll gently hug you back.
Unless you want them to move somewhere else, we can do that.
I want them to be safe. And Feywild is the place.
No one seems to be able to do anything in there. Unfortunately, it's also extremely dangerous, and they won't be able to go out of the box while they're in there. It is kind of dropping them right into the forge, as it were.
As you're speaking with Haya, the civilians are being moved inside Traveller. There's a very big attempt by Razem and Care to stand over the covered body, in between, essentially.
Uh-huh.
But soon everyone's filtered in. The captured agent is just looking downcast.
I am kind of glance through the captured agent and go, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, but I think they're going to try to hurt him.
Who are you saying that to?
I'm saying that to RG and yeah.
RG's going to let him up that very real chance.
But I don't know if I can leave him in the box unguarded. And I can't have Care watching over them as he's got kids.
Mention out of character because someone might come up with it.
Steven,
Yes, ma'am.
if you cooperate, you work with us, we'll do everything we can to protect you. I can promise you a ride on the box.
He just looks down again and just goes, "Unless your box can save people from aborted timelines, it does not matter. I'll cooperate."
That's part of the idea of what we're doing.
It is. It's
make a presence, stick everything
it's a
to
paradox machine. It's gonna fix people. It's gonna fix everything.
He smiles sourly. He can't fix everything.
We cut out there, you.
He smiles sourly and just says, "You can't fix everything."
Being sure sounds right.
If you give up, you've already lost. Don't give up. Anyway, you're on team Bad Idea Tarnstead group. Good luck. All right. Traveler.
Yes,
I'm gonna go poke my head in. Traveler, can you move into the Feywild?
of course.
All right.
Are you not going to go on? Send him in first. Out of character. Just said asking.
Do you want me to put? Do you think out of character? Do you think I should put him in there?
I don't know if your plan was.
He has no tools or anything to do anything as long as
He has no tools or anything, but I also don't know what they're capable of as far as if they could take over Traveler. Because technology-wise, I don't understand how Traveler works. And I don't know if he understands how Traveler works. He could hotwire Traveler for all I know. This could all be a ploy to take over Traveler. And also we are going to want to cross-examine him. He's gonna probably end up going in front of Talon.
Oh, actual god. Okay.
Well, yeah, and also like, you know, that is like a whole kettle of fish right there. So it's kind of we're gonna have to deal with that. So I'm gonna keep him with us for right now. Yeah, because I don't like I said, right now the only combatants in the box is technically Stenhouse with a pistol.
That's all you need.
Bob with another pistol.
It's Care.
Care with magic.
Razem. I'm sorry, she's freaking.
Razem is a blacksmith without a weapon.
Why doesn't she have a hammer?
Hands are a weapon.
Well, listen, we unpacked everything. It's in the tower.
You're at the tower. Go get her hammer.
All right, Traveler. If it's not someone from our group, don't let anybody in. I'm going to take my radio out, and I'm going to hold it out to Karen or Zem. If anything starts going funny in the Feywild and you need to get a hold of us, have Traveler patch you into us, okay?
Okay. Safe.
I won't have this, but everybody else will. I'm giving them both a kiss and a hug.
Yeah, you get a tight hug in return.
All right, go in the Feywild. Be safe.
All right. Traveler, once the door is closed, starts to fade out of existence, moving himself to the Feywild.
I guess we're gonna do a jaunt back out.
There is a beeping from one of the devices that was on this man, and in fact, there's a beeping from the pile from the other dude as well.
What is that?
That's our communicators.
Answer it.
He looks at the pile and sort of like his weapon's there as well, so he seems nervous to actually reach for it.
I pick it up and hand it to him.
Okay, he takes it.
And it was gone.
And he flips open his communicator. What?
No, I'm joking. It was good. Yeah, shoot gift to do it.
He flips open his communicator, and you hear a voice coming from the other end. Agent Keller, report. We detected the machine moving. Was your mission a failure? Yes, sir. Mission was a failure. One of us seemed to escape. I assume they will be reporting soon. Another dead. I am currently fleeing detection. He says, looking at you always as if like, should I be saying that?
What did he say?
What did he say?
Fleeing detection.
Oh, fleeing detection.
I shrug.
Well then, Agent. Report back as soon as you are able, and we will reassign you for another task. Any further failure will reflect poorly on your situation. You know what's at stake. Don't fail us again. Get back soon. We'll be checking in within 2 hours. And the line goes dead, and the other communicator stops beeping.
The one with Corvus?
No, the one that was here. There was an agent died here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the weapon and the other thing from these ones, and I'm gonna hold them out the hair. We shouldn't have these.
Haya takes them, and she's frowning a little bit, and she's going, I'm not sure if I trust them being stored in the time ways.
I trust you to destroy them.
Very well.
I think that would be the most appropriate thing. We need to go check in on the people at the tower, because if they were trying to blow us up there, did you hear about that? They tried to kill us, I guess.
I'm
out at the Fermir place. I don't know how the Fermirians are. I didn't see any of them before we came out here.
I did not.
There was some sort of a bomb. Lucy saved us.
Is everybody okay?
As far as we know, I said I haven't checked in on any of the Fermirians yet.
In that case, I am going to go talk to the others. This faction is no longer welcome.
Can I plead for asylum for this officer?
Take him and do as you will.
Thank you.
Oh, you just gave free will to her, and she's a fae? Oh no.
If I don't report back, they're gonna let my.
They're gonna let what?
The multitudes of me that are assigned are pulled from unstable timelines, ones that are barely existing, hanging on. They use technology to stabilize them, and with the promise that if we're successful, we get a new chance. My family is back where I came from.
How do we get them?
They get them, they bring them through.
Oh.
Because if I don't go back, my family's gone.
If you come with us, maybe they'll be okay.
If I don't report back in, they'll let them go.
The future's not written yet. We can still get them. They aren't the only way.
Going to write a future that I exist in, my family exists in, that he existed in, that the rest of me existed in.
You know them. Why can't we?
Not possible. Even if you recreate something, it's not going to be them.
Every day we change. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. I'm not the same person I am tomorrow. It might be a little bit different, but what if they're all the thems? What if it's still something of them? Isn't that better?
No. I'll trade you information. I can give you information. Please, if you... His shoulders stump a little bit. I'm just gonna be reassigned and have to try doing something like this again, and...
You're gonna get hurt by one of us. I don't want to kill you. I look over at the dead body. Or you. I don't don't know why they aren't just talking to us.
There's two factions. I'm part of a unofficial Black Ops division. They're acting without orders from the official command. Dirty deeds to safeguard the future.
That's why they're grabbing you from other timelines and holding you hostage.
And this, he actually tucks it to his uniform. He's supposed to be aware of us. He's supposed to force the others out. Negotiations to cease. Led by more radical approaches will be authorized.
You understand that, Haya?
I understand.
We must be kind to the ones that are actually trying to negotiate. I want those negotiations to still happen.
RG nods as well. No, that's really our best chance to make this work.
I'm picking up the stuff that the guy gave me. I am only the leader of the Tarnstead Trading Company for a very short amount of time now. And that means that I get to make decisions sometimes. And they're going to be very pissed at me. And I'm going to start handing the guy his stuff back. And then
He actually looks surprised and even nervous, like, you know, he's done some work, he's not entirely unsure that you're not going to give him his stuff, and then, you know, but he's taking it.
I am before he takes it from me, I'm going to take his gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to shoot my own wing.
Okay. You aim it at yourself,
mm-hmm.
and you try to fire, and it doesn't.
Can you help me with this?
I shouldn't.
Please.
Hold up. What does it do if it hits?
Depends on the setting.
I need blood.
What setting do they want it on?
It's on its highest right now. It would disintegrate you.
So you can maybe don't get him to shoot you with that.
That's the highest setting they wanted it on, though, right?
Yeah, but I can say it was fumbled or something if you want a wound.
Well, I shake my head. I was going to make it look good, like we got into a bit of a fight.
Honestly, there's so many of us, I don't think they're expecting us to succeed.
I mean that, and looking at realistically and I don't mean this in the meanest way I can say it. Unless he got the absolute drop on us, I don't think any of them are capable of taking any of us down.
I apologize for what I am going to do to you, though, before I send you back. And I am going to draw my bow.
He sort of just clenches his eyes and nods.
Where do you want it?
He taps his left shoulder.
Okay. I am actually doing something that I've been waiting to do this entire fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I bought non-killing arrows at one point because and they're littered with my sleep powder, and I'm going to shoot him with that motherfucker because it will leave a nasty fucking bruise and it might pierce the skin. But I had gotten them to take prisoner.
Right.
So, and that would have been something I'd do. So I'm going to do a trip shot on him. So we'll just, but it won't. So that'll give him leaves and shit like that on him.
Like you're trying to capture him.
Yeah, because I was trying to capture. So
he's not trying to evade or anything. So I'm gonna say this is easy enough. Yeah, you shoot him with the arrow, and it does pierce his shoulder. He's not armored at all. Like this is just a uniform.
But it is clearly
yeah.
one of my arrows.
Yeah.
So
He let out
is,
a pained yell, and he's thrown down to the ground. And
I
he's.
can't kill you for this because they
I
need
know.
to see your wound.
I know.
I'm
Fuck.
so sorry. I am so fucking sorry. All right, you've got this, okay?
Hang on. Do you mind if he's sort of like holds up his pistol? I'm just gonna fire off there to make sure they see I discharged my weapon.
Yeah, if you want to.
He's just aiming across the courtyard at nothing, and he pulls the trigger a couple of times, and you see this discharge of very familiar beams of energy that were like last level that your group in the vaults. Only this time, when they impact like the walls of this compound, there is a massive crack explosion and just a whole lot of rock disintegrated in one go, which does make you realize they really were playing nice in the chambers.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make me feel good. Okay.
Okay. Right. I'm really sorry.
You're fine. I'm basically because I would have done all my shit from the spell of me attacking and shit like that. I'm just immediately dismissing it, so he's got magic shit all over him, just like he's been attacked. And I'll go.
Not
hurry back to them.
Not all of me that you might see will be cooperative. You got to understand.
I know.
But
if you see me again, and we're in combat, try to get hit by me, not anybody else.
RG's gonna look over for a second, like, excuse me.
But you snapped a bunch of people's necks at the capes.
RG's gonna go, I didn't snap anybody's neck at the capes.
When we fought the brigands out on the road, and also when we fought all those Goliaths in Dulwood, you killed a bunch of Goliaths.
Oh, I'll try not to get murdered by anybody.
Also, get punched by her, because I think she's going to try and not kill you too. But don't let Corvus shoot you, he will kill you.
Yeah, guns are bad news.
Yeah, guns are bad.
Corvus has more things than his guns.
Corvus will kill, is what we're saying.
Does he use those things?
No, because I haven't got a chance.
So it doesn't matter then.
Oh, those of me that you might encounter. If... Yeah, I can't promise it'll work. Just tell them, remember the Blue Lagoon, okay?
Okay. I don't know what that is, but okay. But
doesn't matter. They will.
Make it look like you sprint a little bit so you're winded.
I'm winded enough. Thank you. Alright, and he's pulling out his other arm, which has the keypad on it. He's tapping a few buttons and then smacks it, and he shimmers out of existence.
We should get back to the others. I'm gonna go give you a hug. Raziel, thank you so much for coming. I'm sorry I keep wasting your time.
Oh, this is the duty right now. It's not a waste of time.
I'm sure you have better ways that you'd rather spend your time.
Right now, only seeing if I can find any more of him.
I hate this. And
young Raz is leaning down to the body, the covered body, is going to sort of lift it up, and it's just going to like with a fingertip wipe a bit of blood from like the cheek of it, and then they taste it. Right, time to go.
No, you ate people.
I don't. That's uncouth. Just it's good to know the blood sometimes.
Taste in the flavor.
Flavor, the scent, the feel, the life. Helps with tracking.
Always full of secrets, these ones.
Not a secret. It's hunting 101. And she smiles up at you, and she's going to
I
flap
didn't know
away.
you knew how to do hunt.
Oh, bye.
Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna go. She travels back. You probably want to go to the other group.
Okay. All right. You will make your way back. Back with the other group. What are you doing while they're away?
I guess Corvus shot the guy's head. Who else is here? Cass, Telday.
Did you say you shot the guy's head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eric's
Unnecessarily shot the head after the conversation happened. Yeah.
after that, Carrick's gonna just go and check in on the Fumurians because we haven't had any of them come out here, have we? Since everything happened.
No. Strange enough, they can't really tell what's going on outside.
I'm gonna go in to make sure that they're okay.
We actually have no idea what's going on inside either. That's amazing.
You're heading on in?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you'll find those that never sleep. They're still sort of running about. A lot of them seem to have now split off to like contemplate things themselves and so on. But you do find some stragglers like sitting around just talking as you walk on in. You get some sort of pleasant waves. Nothing much seems to be happening in here as far as you can tell. Do you want to find anybody in particular?
Yeah, I'll go try to think who's left of the council now.
You've got Melinda, Sigmund, Wilhelm, Fauda, and Otto.
Wilhelm and Felda are probably going to be my most likely to talk to me too.
You don't want to talk to Otto?
No. I'm willing to talk to Otto. I don't think Otto's willing to talk to me.
Well, no, Otto likes dragons.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about money, so...
He has a dragon girlfriend, for crying out loud.
He doesn't have a girlfriend. He has a body. He has a body he guards. Was the previous version. Well, what is this, the 4th or something now? Unofficially. I'm gonna go try to either find Valda or I'm gonna... Actually, just...
Well, funny enough, Fauda and Wilhelm are in the same location.
That works.
Yeah, so as you sort of seek about, you will find them both in a separate little study room. They just seem to be sitting together, talking as you enter, and Wilhelm gives you a sad little wave as Fauda looks up and goes, Lord Mask, what can we do for you?
No need for... Why can the player something not remember the word?
Formality is comforting, forgive me.
No problem. Just wanted you all to know, as a heads up in case anything tries to do more. We just had someone come after us with a high-yield implosion device, whatever that actually means. Didn't sound good.
Fauda tilts her head a little bit, quizzically.
One of the Sphinx initiative people.
Do you have it still?
No, it was partially armed, so Lucifer moved it for now. I could probably next time we see him, we could probably have him bring it back if we think it's fine to move. But Telday thought it was dangerous just handling.
Everybody okay?
On our end, a little bit shaken.
The man that had the device?
Lucifer killed him with some type of angelic weapon. There's the body
Unlikely
left.
to be able to resurrect him then.
Well, yes, that thought was already floated by, and it wouldn't matter anymore because now it has a hole in its head.
We could animate the body if you want to try and get some answers from it.
Corvus tried speaking with it. That's why it has a hole in its head.
She frowns. Well, she doesn't frown. She's a skeleton face, but you can tell she seems displeased.
I wanted to make sure you all had a heads up in case they wander in here trying to find us.
I'd be impressed if they could gain entrance, but I actually wouldn't put it past them. We'll get some patrols going just in case.
I gifted and moved her family back to Traveler as a safety precaution because they were pretty close to her kids at that when everything happened.
You said the head was blown.
It has out of character because I'll be honest, I was at the restroom. It just has a bullet hole in it, right?
Yeah.
Just a bullet hole put through it.
Maybe we can work with that then. If you want to, in fact, Corvus along, we can show him some more advanced necromancy, I suppose.
Sure. Would you like me to bring the body in here then?
Certainly. As long as the brain is relatively intact, a single bullet hole shouldn't do that. Actually, what caliber of round was he using? Oh, we'll investigate. As long as the head and the heart are intact, we can get it talking.
So that's where the sword went. Was the heart.
Oh.
So.
And who did that? That was Lucifer?
Lucifer. So. I can bring the body in as to be checked. But...
Yes, bring it in. We'll see what we can muster up, but I wouldn't hold out my hopes in.
Okay, I will be back in a moment, and Kirk's gonna walk out because pretty sure doing the rogue dash out of the building might raise eyebrows.
Tarek just running through the mansion, arms trailing behind him.
All of a sudden, you start hearing the Naruto music playing.
Smash her way dash, fox noises the whole way.
It's only like 120 feet.
Tarek's going through a phase.
Tarek's always going through a phase.
Listen, Carrick has been thinking about Tamari a little bit. The anime has taken over.
Okay.
Oh God, the future Tamari.
He saw the kimono. It's over.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back out. Corvus, would you like to possibly learn some more things along the line of what you were trying?
I succeeded in what I was trying. What more?
I pick up the body.
What are you? Where are you going?
We're going inside to Valda. I informed them of what happened just to make sure that they don't have any visitors plaguing them also looking for us. But right. They mentioned they may have more things that they could do to get answers, and they invited you if you would like to see if you could learn anything from it.
I will
beyond what you did.
Too.
Okay.
Corvus is going to pick up the gear though that was laid out. I think it was the gun.
I had the gun, the communicator, and the wrist. Oh, okay. No, I don't have them. I have them away from the body.
Right. Corvus is going to collect.
Yeah. There's also a couple of little travel rations, modern day travel rations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, those were left close. Anything that might be of importance, I pulled us up farther aside just in case something made it come back. And I guess technically anyone else is probably invited if they want to come also. And I'm gonna start walking back.
Yeah, heading back inside.
Yay!
Right. Teldy and Cassie, are you going inside or are you staying outside?
Cass will go inside.
Okay.
Cass is jonesing for a weapon right now.
Take your Raziel babysitter with you.
You have a weapon?
No, she wants her weapons.
She left them behind in Traveler?
Most likely.
Makes sense. Right.
Because we were told not to keep our weapons around.
I keep the staff because spellcasting focus. So
I put them in bags of holding and shit like that. And
Mhm.
I
Unless I
can't
have to leave
put
them somewhere.
wide load in a bag of.
yeah, your wide load's a little big.
It's a wide load.
well, you see,
Yeah.
if you eat more salads,
Right. Tony, you going in or you staying out?
Womp womp. Who is left outside of Matt?
You
Just Cass, I think.
James.
Echo.
you got James.
Echo.
No, Echo went with the civvies.
Echo would okay.
Yeah.
Echo's
Yeah.
in safeties.
You got James. Lucy's floating about somewhere.
There's watchers out there.
I like to
There's
think James
watchers.
and Lucy are just staring at each other.
Yeah. James and Lucy are actually probably nearby having a conversation.
Remember that time the dad?
You probably heard at one point pipe up, "Oh, she chose the younger you." Trading up, is she?
Yeah, there's some jabbing back and forth. Raziel's just going, oh, imagine being so incompetent as to, kill a valuable hostage with an angel blade of all things.
Somebody's out of practice.
I will not interrupt those two. They seem to be having fun. I wonder which angel would be best to hunt with.
Be right back. I have to use the restroom.
Be Illins.
I was worried you would just stop with who's the best angel to hunt. We're gonna go along this line for a little while.
Conceivably, an angel's a decent.
Depends what you're hunting.
I mean,
Tamari could be
they are really good at hunting.
Tamari could be up there. Depending
They're
on what
also
you're hunting.
feral as heck, by the way.
Any watching angels? I may need assistance. I was hoping to see if I can pick up a scent. And I am obviously disadvantaged in that regard.
Help, angels! I need a nose.
Yeah. There's a few moments of silence before you hear a flapping of wings, and Turiel, I light's near you.
Wait, which one?
Turiel.
Turiel, because Turiel is the one who's allowed to talk to us.
Not
Uh-huh.
the P.
I mean, that's why I was asking.
Yeah.
'Cause I thought I heard a P there for a moment. I'm like, maybe I'm glad I'm inside right now.
We're gonna become best friends.
Some
We
of the
fought
other
on
watchers say you might want to get a dog then.
Oh,
Do you know where I can find a good one?
Oh, yes. In
That
fact,
is interesting timing.
the marketplace
Yes.
near here has some good ones.
yes.
That was soda up the nose.
But, how can we help you?
If we are being attacked, I would like to try and figure out where they are originating, how they are getting to us.
Oh, we'd really like to figure that out as well.
Mhm.
I mean, we have eyes cast about this entire area. Really good perimeter. Like, we see beetles shifting beneath the sands. And yet... Right.
Just
Where you
suddenly
are.
they are here.
Yes. And we're not incompetent. We know how to detect teleportation, plane shifting, and everything.
I never doubted your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
However, we are dealing with very advanced technology.
Yes, apparently so. Like, frankly, some of my brothers and sisters struggle to embrace the bow. So, more advanced technology than that, you can imagine, is troublesome.
Oh, bowl.
Bow.
Bow.
Okay.
As in bow and arrow.
Yeah.
Not
No,
big
they-
fan.
The idea of
They were failing to
bowl.
embrace bowling balls.
No, I like the idea of bowl. They're stuck with plates.
Yeah.
They can't consume soup.
They don't know.
Just wait until
their soup
the
is just-
crossbows introduced in the future. Their minds are going to be blown.
Repeating crossbows. No.
Show off the firearm. Disgusting.
How uncivilized.
So, they just suddenly appear. There is no indication of their existence.
Yes, it's vexing. But we're there was a few of us assigned to you. I think it might actually be all hands on deck soon.
It is appreciated.
I don't think I have ever seen such a celestial movement, especially focused around mortals. You're really rocking this world, you know.
I'm going to cock my head slightly at that. And then, what is your feeling about it?
I think it's really interesting. Like, you know, just it's an event, right? It's exciting. Because, you know, watching's good and all, but it can get a bit dull sometimes. I like to interact with the Thulians. Not supposed to, but you gotta. But to see all of this happening, from so many different gods arrayed around you all, impressive. It's giving me a more excuse to talk to my reverend as well. So, I know it's a little rude to be taking excitement and delight in the rather unfortunate events that are happening, but she just sort of gives a little thumbs up. Kind of cool.
Have you at all seen another me the last few years?
Oh, yes.
It's really unfortunate if something happens to that other version of
Yeah,
you.
you came back to the city like a couple of years ago.
Have you noticed what I have been doing?
No, I mean, once you left my sort of posting, I stopped watching you. But no, what have you been? Wait, what do you mean? What have you're doing this here?
Not me, the other me.
There's another you?
Nod.
Oh no. Okay. Is this
Oops. Wrong town day.
you? Your is this more time things?
Yes, unfortunately.
Oh, why are there two of you?
I had to take the long way around for an important mission.
That's a nonsense phrase, and I'm going to go find you because we're not watching you. And I think we should be in today's circumstance.
I do have a hard time recollecting that long ago, so I cannot give you the best.
Are you on the
Lead.
continent at least?
I do not believe that I left for several years
That
at
narrows
least.
it down a little bit. Okay, thank you for the heads up. Could have done
I
that.
was often trying to take people's stories, learn more about them. I would occasionally pose as Tort Day was my name.
Tort Day?
Yes.
Like a turtle?
She should have known.
He
wait,
was a turtle. He was.
Yes.
That's right.
I was,
Yes.
at times.
That was 10 years ago, and she probably remembers that flurry.
Okay, so you might be a turtle still right now.
Yes, I was more frequently in those earlier days.
Wandering turtle. Anything distinctive to look out for?
I often wore this cloak.
eat a lot.
I did enjoy food, but I'm not sure that there are many that can't be said about.
Okay, so
Oh,
Oh.
I suppose I would be near. Yes, I would be near him. I don't think I left him till after his death.
Him?
No. Maybe I did travel a bit. I'm
You
sorry,
are
10,000
very
years
unhelpful.
is a decent amount.
No, it's not.
Yes. I am sorry. My form is not designed
You
to
should
be
take
around for so long.
better notes then. She's actually pulling out one of her many little books and writing down in it.
Notes, of course. Pausing, drop my bag, reach in, start shuffling through trying to find one of my books.
It's about this time that Gifton and Argy are going to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
You see
I return the conquering hero.
Lucifer and James off in one section talking to each other. You see Tilde and Turiel, one writing a book, the other rummaging through a bag.
Gifton's gonna do that half cup over her mouth and say "Hi, handsome," and wave at the two of them and not distinguish.
Okay,
And then,
James and Lucifer both look over. She means me, of course. No. I mean, look at my fine features right now.
I'll give them both very sarcastic finger guns as well.
Where is everybody?
Oh, inside. They're doing something with the body. I don't know.
We had a prisoner. I let him go.
Sure, you had very good reason for doing so, dear sister. And James is going to place a hand on your shoulder while Lucifer's like just staring at you in disbelief.
Archie will, when she says, I'm sure you had good reason for that, in such a way that Gifton doesn't see, but the other two do kind of do that, waving a hand like sideways, thing like that.
It seems that they are purposely goading us into an offensive. It seems like
Lucifer nods. I mean, it's quite obvious, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it was very obvious from the start, but I have that confirmed. The group that we have been recently attacked by are not directly aligned with the ones that were seeking parlance through Talon.
You call them a splinter group.
I don't know why woodworking came into it though.
Raziel
yes.
is actually just looking a little sour. Oh yes, the unsanctioned, unofficial actions of a clandestine group.
Yes. Anyway,
Mhm.
but it sounds like the individual that they are currently sending against us, which, by the way, I guess it's all been the same guy, just multiple versions of him, is basically being kind of held hostage for his timeline right now, in all their different forms, and their families. So that's
All of
kind
them?
of great. Yeah, well, some of them have families and some of them don't. He said the other one didn't have a family. That one killed themselves. They can bite down in their
Surely
mouth
you'd
and
still
make their
have
heads
survival
explode.
instinct and not want to die.
That one killed itself. I don't know why. There must be something that they're holding over them to keep them from. They seem to believe that if they don't do what they're going to do, that no matter what, they won't exist. They don't believe that they have any chance of any existence in any true manner if they don't do what they're being told to do right
Lucifer
now.
pinches his brow and goes, "That is daft. Why would you kill yourself because you're afraid of not existing?"
I don't know. It sounds like really Corvus reasoning, so I don't understand it. So we should endeavor to move forward on things briskly. And I have moved the box with everybody in it into the Feywild temporarily because I don't know what else is a good idea. It seems like a pretty awful place for people to go to that aren't Fae. So unless they start throwing Fae at us, it might not be a bad thing. They might be able to do that. I don't know.
Well, if we recall, they did have. I mean, Travelers part Fae. They are part of somewhat Fae alliance nonsense.
Traveler was. That was the weird thing, though, because Traveler said that they were part of the Lolland Fae. New Tulian whatever conglomerate thing. Why did they call it Lolland?
I don't know. I mean, surely you'd have some influence in that, or
Yeah, but why? I wouldn't call it Lolland. I would call it Barast or something, right?
Wait, out of character, just because I'm not, so I don't lose it. Lolland, we found out was
Lalasil.
no. Lolland was the two of them together originally, wasn't it?
No.
Lalasil, her angels and her people were referred to as Lalan.
What
Yes.
was the god that was Mirus and Lawless?
Lysil?
No, that was
Lice.
Loris.
Loris.
Okay.
Loris, that's
I'm-
it, right,
I'm
yes.
Trying to keep
Yeah.
track of paths here, so I'm not.
No,
losing
it's
stuff.
that would be Loris. So
Okay.
but that doesn't.
But they
make
weren't.
sense.
It was the New Fate Dominion, right?
Yeah, but there was the Lolland and the New Fade Dominion alliance thing, wasn't it? Or the other people that we met in the future that we were in the vault with was the New Fade Dominion, the Tulian Empire, and then they had the other gods separately.
Yes, and there were a few separations, weren't there?
Yeah. So why wouldn't I call it the New Fade Dominion again?
Well, I suppose it's different from the land, right? But you would call the land Barast, and then the New Fate Dominion would be whatever Feywild is, or the lands they have.
Yeah, but maybe, but it just feels weird. It I don't understand because
Maybe
I
it
don't
didn't
see-
feel weird to another you. I don't know.
But it's also not me, because why would I come up with it? Because I wouldn't be there anyway, right? So it would be my kids. So I'm just wondering why my kids would choose to do Lolland, right?
Actually, that's a good point. I mean, they may have been looking through historical notes and going, this is our new identity, whatever. I don't know. I can't predict the future or the other past.
I'm just wondering if, like, maybe we're doing something they don't want us to do because then it cements the other timeline.
Yeah, we are doing. We know we're doing something they don't want us
Well,
to do.
I'm just saying, like, specifically, there's things that we're doing that are like very counter to them. So I don't know, but I know
It's
we're
creating a
already doing things that are-
paradox.
I know we're creating a paradox. I'm not doubting the paradox that we're creating right now.
We don't need to come up with more reasons for them to hate us.
I don't know. I'm inventing things. It's what I come up with. Okay. I don't know. All right. So what we do know though is that they're apparently using those people. They want to subvert to make it so that the talks with the people that we're trying to meet with don't work, and they can go to more drastic measures. So,
Telde,
Yes.
you find a book. Immediately upon opening it, one of the pages starts to crumble.
Do you have books made out of some other material?
No, enchanted.
Right. Kept meaning to do that.
Tyrion
So-
waves over at you, Gifton.
oh, we have a material. Hey, Tyrion!
Alright, gonna go find this other Telde.
Oh, why don't you just send him a sending?
She's a little
Yeah, there's one or
genius.
the other one.
Wait, you don't have any defenses up, do you? I mean-
No, it shouldn't be an issue. I am curious how
Okay,
it works.
I
with-
don't know how to do
Have
that.
Or have you just thought about asking Talal? Are you still with Talal right now?
Maybe.
Not the Talal we brought with us, but
How
the one that's in
about-
the tower.
I've met
think
Talal.
this spec
How about I go have a
says-
word with him and ask where you are?
That's a good idea.
You think he would tell me?
Sure. You
You
want
are
me to
very
skywrite
charming.
you a message?
Do you have handwriting he would recognize, or do you have a secret phrase?
Going to reach
Tell him who you were.
into my bag again and pull out a little figure of Gifton that I had made many years down the line from that torte at least. Try this. It may work.
Ah, it looks kind of like her.
What?
It was several thousand years after I had last seen her.
Look, it's a big version of you.
I'm gonna look over at Raziel and Lucifer and go, I remember her being less mean to me.
We'll tell her off then. So she gets a little excitable when interesting things are happening, and they're happening.
They are happening. All right, well, you go find him. Be careful. Do you want to take somebody with you? You know, just in case.
What? Oh, I'll be fine. Back in the flesh. Well, probably not. I have to talk to him and then go find the other one. But I'll be back soon.
Bye. Anyway, if we're gonna do that thing, we're gonna need to move pretty quick.
Wait, which thing?
You know the thing.
Oh, they're talking to...
Where's Dadriel at anyway?
I don't know. Where is that real?
All right, let's get. We'll start walking in. I'm gonna radio up to Dadriel. Dadriel, are you around?
Yes, I am. Scouring the dunes.
Okay. For danger?
Yes.
Oh, we have matters we might want to discuss. Would you join us?
Oh, certainly. I'll be right there.
All right, cool.
Right. Tode, Turiel just left.
Right there.
Adriel was appearing right beside you, giving you a sort of like, a respectful nod.
Is there... Do you know that one was right there? Is that why you appear the same?
There's actually...
Oh,
There's,
Universe loves a coincidence.
there's actually areas in the fabric of this world that we connect to far more easily when traveling.
that is actually quite interesting to know. I wonder if Traveler works
He seems
like that.
immensely proud. He beams.
He knows things, or he's telling a lie. One of the
Just say
two.
he's been around Raziel too much.
And very happy he's going to start marching towards the mansion.
Alright, I'm gonna poke inside where everybody is.
Yep. Alright, you're all gathering up. Did you, they'll tell you where the people went with the body.
Yep.
Told you heading in as well?
I'm going to pack everything back into my bag, yes, but yeah, then I will follow.
Okay, right. Gifton, Dedra will come up beside you and be like, "You never guess what I did.
What did you do?
I made something up."
Oh, that's awesome. You know, I realized that because I'm going to be saying in the past now, nobody knows anything about brownies, so I'm just going to come up with a whole bunch of bull crap about what our traditions are. We're just going to make things up for a while. If you come up with anything good, let me know.
You could have so many food-related traditions.
I know, we could. Oh, like we can't drink milk unless we spin around 3 times first or something.
That feels like it'd be a very inconvenient tradition for you to hold up.
Also, I made a Fey pact yesterday, and I realized I didn't get anything out of it.
Fun?
Out of character, who'd you made a fake pack with?
I made a Fey pact with Harcount yesterday.
Yeah, that's right.
Harcount offered to make me a pact. It didn't offer me shit, and I accepted.
Oh, that seems like a very bad deal on your part.
I did a very bad thing. I also got to find a way to live like apparently 2,000 years, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh, I hope Tode doesn't...
What?
Do you think he'd be embarrassed if he mentioned that knowledge to somebody else and then it wasn't true? Maybe I should tell him.
No, it's fine. I think
He's
it's not like
starting to look
gonna-
guilty.
He's not gonna write it in a book and then people are gonna read it and think it's true.
Oh no, the weight of his actions is weighing on him.
You see,
Okay.
one of the few things that I do have out is one of my other books with a pen, writing things down.
He's gonna look
Writing
back
it.
towards Telday. Oh, he's gonna hurry over to Telday. Please forgive me, my friend. That was a untruth that I uttered upon you.
Oh, Dadriel.
Look at him slightly.
It is not
Which
in
thing?
the
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed.
thing of us landing better at certain areas of this world.
Oh, I see.
It was a coincidence, but I wanted to try lying. My fellows do it so well, and I ask your forgiveness. I beg it, please.
I'm going to finish underlining get book enchanted for durability. Put pen in the kind of.
You finish
in the
underlining,
spine
write
thing
down this
towards the door.
sentence.
And then put a hand on his shoulder and go, "You were very good at lying."
He doesn't know if he should. He has that look of like, I don't like that.
You have perhaps spent a little too much time with your.
Mirai are a corrupting influence. It's always been said.
Have you considered trying out pranks instead?
No, what if somebody got hurt?
Hmm. So just a Corvus.
No, he's a lost soul that needs a gentle touch.
Or a pie in the face. I have heard that they can be quite enlightening.
That is how you consume food. Forgive me.
At about this
It might
time,
have been
yes, I
some
suppose
time
that
for you.
is.
Right, everybody filters into a room in the mansion that isn't a morgue or an autopsy room. It's literally just a place that has a table. But Fowler and Wilhelm are in there with the rest of the people that brought the body along.
Hi, everybody. I interrogated a living person. How are we doing with the dead?
Hi, Dr. Nick.
We're going to try some things. The heart is irreparably damaged, and unfortunately, asking it to speak truth it won't work. The heart is tied to such a thing.
Really?
Oh yes, it's all about magic symbolism. It's not a literal truth, but magic cares about such things.
Well, I was able to get out some information, but it seems like if your interrogation with a living creature proved more beneficial, then good for you.
Well,
I mean, it was kind of good.
there is one thing we can do using the hands, and Fowler just sort of lifts the hands up before letting them flop back down on the table, is we can figure out his touch in this world. It should link him to the places he's been, guide us along the sort of paths he's taken.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I don't know much about this magic stuff, but you just said that it's the concept of the idea of the heart and the truth.
Most magic dealing with, actually, most magic in general is about concept and perception. It is why
Now,
the prices of ingredients can fluctuate, and yet you always need the same value.
Does it have to be does it literally have to be his heart? Or does he simply need to have a heart?
I'd have
I
to
don't
ask
like
a
the
fellow.
implications of that.
I mean, I'm sure that
I
you
mean,
could hard punch something together, but
We could carve him a new heart.
a symbolic heart.
A symbolic heart.
Well, the magic likely wouldn't be as potent and might not take as well, but it could work. You need an incredibly talented and powerful spellcaster, though.
Cass looks at Thalda and around.
This is the part where you bathe me in compliments, yes.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I don't know where we
can
could find somebody like
better.
that at all.
Well, you are in luck. I just happen to be so talented myself.
Oh.
However, if we are to do this, I can show you how to do it in the more mundane means. She's looking at you, Corvus.
Please continue.
Yes, we need a reasonable facsimile of a heart. If only we had another body.
Don't we have another body?
What? When?
We have a couple bodies actually.
Actually, we have one with a heart.
There's one back in Tulia right now that the only thing's wrong with it is they kind of like, bit down on a
They ain't got
thing
no
and no, they made their head explode or something like that. But wasn't there another body that you had? What happened to that one?
This is the body.
Oh, I thought the only thing that was wrong with it was Corvus shot it in the head.
This is the
that
one
bad.
that got stabbed
do you
by
remember-
This one was
Oh,
stabbed by
yeah.
an angel blade.
Oh,
Heart.
there's another. Yeah, there's another one back at my tower. Right now. Do we want to go get that one?
You left a.
Listen, I didn't realize that I needed to carry bodies around. I was dealing with a living person.
Raziel looks to Lucifer, who just goes, "I'll go get it."
Also,
Stab it.
Raziel was busy like licking its blood so that they could
I
track
did
better.
not.
No,
The other one.
not James. Raziel went and licked blood.
Stop taking
And
my
told-
name.
They told me you're the one that rescinded
I can
your
be
name.
indignant about it still.
They seem quite pleased that they somehow won out on this.
So that's how I get in touch with just you then. Just
James,
send them
yes,
to
I am
Yes,
James
James.
Razel. You got to hold the concept of me in your thoughts as you do that.
Yes, James Rizal.
If you just think that blasted angel Raziel, you'll likely get both of us.
Yeah,
What
I
if we
can deal with
think of
just
just
one.
a small angel? Does that just get her then?
Think of the little brat, yes.
Won't that get both of you?
What did that
How
say?
dare
Thank
you.
Not a little brat.
Technology. Thank you.
Alright, but anyway, had a live
Person.
had a live specimen. They're part of some sort of woodworking conglomerate. I think that's what you said, RG. That like is trying to.
There's a look of genuine confusion around a few people in
No.
here.
They said Splinter Group, and she thinks it has something to do with woodworking.
All right, so but they are trying to subvert the other group that is trying to negotiate with us by forcing our hands with combat.
Why? Fowler just
Nice.
Because they want to escalate to more drastic measures.
What?
That was the intention I was having. Why were they blatantly wearing their uniforms if there was a clandestine operation?
Well, what drastic
Yes.
measures could they want to take? I mean, they still need you all for this awakening event.
Apparently they don't because they're trying to kill us all. The
Are they?
weapons, the weapons were set to kill. They
Very
the weapon
fucked up.
exploded stuff really bad that they were supposed to be using on us. So
And there's supposedly incomparable amounts of them.
and they are also trying to kidnap Traveler and like they
Did you
had
just say
booby
Traveler?
traps- Traveler.
Traveler.
They're trying to kidnap Traveler. They had like these weird. I'm gonna pull out one of the devices. They had these things all over it.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm gonna give it to Valda.
Oh, she's going to start looking about it, over it, apparently forgetting about the body on the table.
Valda.
Oh, yes.
You saw one
later.
mystery at a time.
Yes, of course. At this point, Luther, Mr. Fast Travel is going to return.
But the
We
other,
were waiting for that one anyway.
the three of them, one of them immediately escaped. One of them committed suicide.
This man is
after-
leaking out of his ears.
Yes.
Some of it got on my.
Kill me!
Some of it got on my robes. Ugh.
No.
People say stuff.
Lucy, I'm so sorry.
Won't you, dear,
Lucy
dear little
got
sister,
so
press the
sick.
digitation this away from me?
I don't know how to do that.
Oh,
I will take care of it.
No one taught me how to cast that magic.
no, it's fine. I can do it.
James can do it. James, can you do it?
You
I
put
could,
yourself
but I
in
won't.
a scrub brush.
They're in
Thank
the
you,
middle
Mr.
of
Mask.
arguing, I just clean. Just like getting it done.
Jesus.
The body is put down on the table. Falda's actually going to like examine the head of this new body. She sort of taps it a few times and goes, "Oh,
It bit down on something and then their head went.
oh." Moving the head about, tilts it. There is more trickling from the ear. Oh,
Yeah.
I think it is mush inside.
I
Okay.
think liquid, actually. At this
Yes.
point.
But apparently there are multiple versions of the same person, and they're all being kind of held hostage with the
Do
idea
look
that
very
they-
alike.
they're like multiple versions from different timelines that are being sent here, and their timelines are being kept stable for as long as that they're in service. And the moment that they're not in service,
That sounds a little close to what someone else was doing.
Huh?
The other version of Corvus and his clones.
oh, I thought he was just kidnapping and brainwashing them.
Well, they seem to be kidnapping this guy from different timelines.
Are
Anyway,
you suggesting that Corvus is doing this?
No.
Anyway, the actual story of what happened is I totally shot the living shit out of one of them, and unfortunately they got away. I really could not have at all been able to interrogate them in any way where I would have let them go.
I
No,
don't
that
have
would never have happened.
I don't have to roll insight.
Hmm?
I don't understand. What do you mean by rolling
I don't
insight?
know.
Can you explain
I
that
don't
to
know.
me?
This voice just came out of my head. I don't understand what's going on anymore.
All right. Well, anyway, you just, you know,
Didn't
one of
happen
them
to
got
get the
away from
name.
me. Yeah, their name is Steve.
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 Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is so far from a true name that it, more perhaps.
It was Steven. RG, what was the other half of it?
RG's gonna bring up. You're saying like I have a good enough memory to remember this type of thing.
It's
I need to do
unfortunate,
something.
but
Steve
technically,
the agent.
Raziel would know because they were there when we interrogated.
Which Raz? I wasn't there.
No, and you're not
You're-
James.
you're
Raziel.
James.
All right, I'm gonna hit the radio. Raziel.
There's no answer. You're inside a pocket dimension.
God damn it. Sam forgot the name already.
Name important?
Yes, a full name would help immensely with spell work.
Hey, I would know too. Hey, was there for that. I guess I'll poke outside. I'll go step outside and ask.
You're running through the corridors.
Yeah, I'll go get the name. Then I'll just run outside by myself.
Okay.
Someone should probably go with her.
Bye.
It's best that we pair off.
as RG and Gifton run off, James is just going, our grand competence at work.
Lean over to Valda. By the way, I meant to thank you. Last night was wonderful.
You're welcome.
Marktown Day.
She was hosting.
Yeah, but the way you said it made it sound lewd.
She's just staring at you a little bit. You're welcome.
The event you put on. Right.
Yeah.
Opening up the book again. Writing down more words. Not saying that sentence.
The sentence, I like underlining words. Underline.
Maybe don't say that thing you just said.
Okay, you reach the front door, Gifton. While you're doing that, Falda's going, if anyone's a little squeamish, don't watch. As she's going to start opening up the chest of the head exploded dude.
Oh, nice.
And she's going to be extracting the heart. Yeah.
Why don't we just make that one talk?
Because his brain's gone.
He doesn't have a brain.
Oh, okay.
And that's a little harder to move.
Okay.
I mean, he's missing that, and I'm pretty sure most of the bones, and that would make the skull move.
Yeah, who are you contacting, Gifton?
I'm gonna start with frickin' Raziel.
Okay. What's
Hey,
the...
Raziel.
Yes.
The gentleman earlier that said their name, they were Stephen
Keller. Agent Stephen Keller.
Agent Stephen Keller. All right, great. We're doing some weird hoodoo with putting a heart in somebody else's body.
Agent Stephen Keller, I believe it was ID 187599.
187,199.
No, 187,599.
187,199.
No, 599.
187.
5
5675309.
99
187.
599.
9.
No, just two nines, not 3 nines.
11.
No, 187. 599.
You're not.
That's
The
it.
first-
Well done.
First instance of dyslexia.
Numbers start with dyslexia. There's only letters.
Be dysnumbria?
Yeah, dyslexia.
Got it. Stephen 187.
See, Agent Stephen Keller, 187,599. Are you okay?
It's calculus.
I haven't gotten a full night's sleep. I got woke up.
Go back to bed then.
I can't. Also, I really think it's great that we got to see each other. Bye.
She's having a breakdown now.
I'm having emotions. Go back inside.
Alright, are the Gifton's just blubbering randomly now?
So nothing unusual.
Are you okay?
187 599.
I don't like big numbers.
Is this like that time we got upset over $1 million?
Yes.
187 599. I'm gonna run all the way
Alright,
back.
We're gonna hear this number coming through the hallway.
Gifton, you come back into the room just in time to see Fowler holding a heart, slowly, gently, pushing it down into this other dude's chest.
187 599.
What?
187 599.
That's his name?
Steven 187 599 Keller.
He just truly is odd. Okay.
I think she's lost it finally.
His number was 187 599.
They're probably using it as a delineator to what they are.
But the one,
given
yeah.
that there's many of them.
that was the.
You don't
other
think
one,
there's
though.
over, 100,000 of them?
It's all the timelines as
No, that's ludicrous.
599.
Razio just goes, it's more likely just an organizational number. I mean, technically, all of the men in the Baratheon military have a number.
It may be based on an idea of that is their origin timeline, but they're only pulling certain ones anyways.
Why didn't I get a number?
You
probably
do.
have a number.
No.
Yes. Yes, you have a number.
No.
Yes. I'd
No.
We'll ask Stenhouse later.
aren't you a general of a certain rank and that is your number?
Things aren't
Hey,
numbers.
Gifton, do you still have?
I don't
hey,
have a
Gifton, do you still have
rank.
Hey, Gifton, do you still have your adventuring badge in your pocket?
Yeah, those had
No.
numbers on them.
No, they took that away when I got my uniform.
Everyone else was like, they most certainly did not.
Listen,
was in
I don't
my
want to say I
clothes.
lost it.
It's in my clothes.
No, actually, she didn't lose it. The kids have it. She doesn't know where they have it.
All right, will that help you, Velda?
I'll have to fill
yes,
out another
Steven
form.
Keller?
It will. Stephen Keller.
Stephen
Stephen
Keller?
187,599 Keller.
Well, I guess that number won't help you because that would have been the other Steven. So
That's
I don't know.
true. We'll just stick with
Ra-
Stephen Keller.
Raziel was very adamant that I say the number right, though, and I don't think they were very pleased with my ability to remember number. So I'm trying very hard.
You did very well because that is a sizable number.
Right,
I don't actually know if I got it right.
reagent
We'll
bag.
use the Stephen Keller then.
Help me get this
Yeah.
body on the floor. I need more room for the circle.
You gotta pick it up and move it.
Right.
You can.
And she's using chalk to start drawing on the floor. and does little circles that she deposits the little reagents into. Okay, you watching this, Corvus?
Yes.
You watching? Good.
Why are you teaching Corvus how to do this?
No, he likes things, I think. You like death, don't you, Corvus?
It's a finite thing.
Don't worry about explaining it. We have many oddities in our society. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's see. Right, so the particulars of this ritual requires some rather high casting. Once cast, you have a minute to speak to the deceased. It cannot lie to you, but it does not need to answer.
Isn't this what Corvus cast earlier?
It's like a zone of truth
Oh.
coupled with the Speak with Dead.
And Speak with Dead is a far simpler. You do realize that when you use Speak with Dead, they can lie to you. You know that, right? She's looking at Gifted when she says that.
The dead can lie?
It is just a
Gifted, my favorite
mouthpiece.
food that I had just yesterday is baked beans on toast.
You don't eat.
Oh.
You really count?
It is really tasty, though.
She was giving a point there, Corvus.
But yes, the dead can lie, whether they're
I'm gonna make you baked beans on toast later.
living dead or not. Unless you compel them not to, in which case we have this. Right, okay.
I know our favorite food.
What? Well, okay. If this is going to be a carousel of questions, we have a minute. So let's try to understand what questions we want to ask.
Well, what do we want?
Yes, why are we doing this, by the way?
Well, you sparked an interest, I guess, and we've continued.
Okay, because I was also going to tell you guys a bunch of us are going to go take off and go res Lalasil or something, but
That's far more
could
exciting.
probably wait.
Why are we resing? Wait, what?
I guess we.
Yes, sorry, mine in different places. All
right, but anyway, so I guess what we could ask them, if we're going to ask them why, where were they going to move the box to? Why? What is their plan if they're trying to kill everybody?
How are they getting here? Because I overheard Lucifer mention that they didn't see till they were there.
What are they trying to goad us into doing specifically?
I'm pretty sure that we're supposed to make our first action against them.
No, because I know they're trying to get us to do. We know that they're trying to get us to act against, so that way the whole talk will fall through, right? But after they get the talk to fall through, what is their big move? If they know, because I don't know if they know, because they know more about us than we know about them. If they just wanted to abort everything, I feel like they probably could have pulled it off by now.
There was one question that I was goaded into with their answer, is that if they have a meeting place, where do they meet up? Where do they go to recollect? Or you said the one was going to go back and get reassigned something. He has to go somewhere.
Yeah, he might have to, and there's more of him. So
right.
I think what we need to know is
a base of operations. So if we have the intention of doing something, we know where or when that is.
What is the scope of their operations attempt to do? I think is a good idea.
What is the scope of their operations?
Yeah, what is the scope of the intention of it? Are they intending to kill us all? Because if they're trying to kill us all, we have to make plans for that.
Agreed.
Are they? Because it seems like they're trying to kill us all. So, if that, how would we detect them? That's a good question.
How do we see? How do we see past the invisibility?
What are
they have?
what are they concerned about us doing other than just using the machine? What counteracts their what could we do that would counteract their ability to affect us? That would be a good one. What are they weak to, basically? We need weaknesses. So I guess that's that. That's all I can come up with.
Is part of that cover how we figure out they have gotten to us? Because it sounded like nobody could tell till they were there.
Yeah. I mean, that would be nice to know how we can tell if they're coming or how we can block their arrival. Or disrupt
Or
their
at least-
technology.
Yeah, disrupt them.
Yeah. So I guess let's do it. Anybody else have any other questions they can think of?
Is there anyone specifically who's asking these questions?
Does not matter.
All right.
Okay then. Fowler mutters a few words of Arcana, and the body suddenly sits up.
All right, quickly. We need to know, what is the goal of your operation?
The goal of our operation is to make the Sphinx Initiative seem to be an aggressor in the negotiation attempts, and to cause
To what end?
to force the Sphinx Initiative into action.
What action?
The more forceful capture and detainment of the vessel and the Tarnstead Trading Company.
Okay, so your group is still attempting to detain, not kill?
Detain certain personnel.
Which personnel?
Corvus Adalas and Gifton Brodgren.
Okay. What is the best way to stop your group's ability to sneak up on us?
If you had a advanced scanner or a transport inhibitor, you could detect us ahead of time. If not, then sometimes more mundane means such as storms can disrupt pattern locks and prevent our arrival.
Okay. If your group, is there any location or plane that they are not going to be capable of having an easy time getting to?
Yes, the defined plains and the Feywild are difficult.
Where is the location and when is your location for your base of operations?
We are in orbit currently.
What's orbit?
Orbit would be Fowler points up.
Oh, what? At what point would it be considered a loss for your group that they would cease operation?
I don't know.
Who is directing the operation?
I don't know.
Why was
Can
Steven Killer?
Captain Julian Davos be trusted? Or is he part of your splinter group?
He is not part of our group.
What is the Blue Lagoon?
Happiness.
Why was Stephen Keller chosen as the agent?
Reliability and a common history that, through one means or another, directs my attention to the body falls over.
Ah,
That was really helpful. Okay,
why
so
is it only us that they want to detain, though?
Because we're the ones who are very clearly doing big moves and shakes in the world.
Awakening,
I mean,
Fowler points
it's
at
only
you,
2
and
a.m.
Divinity, she points at Gifton.
Right. That's
Yeah.
baby's
yeah.
on board.
Yeah. If you're
And
destroyed,
Those gods
giant-
must be an important
Stop all
foundation of their timeline.
That means the rest of us are expendable.
Yeah.
To an extent, I suppose. I imagine they'd like you alive,
or
but
we don't even rate on their level.
Razia sort of scratches his head because also you could conceive if they stop this paradox from happening, they still have time to do temporal manipulation and get things that they want.
And also possibly get replacements.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming they want me and Corvus because we're tied to their timeline, and a divine creature, it would be easier if it was from their timeline, and Corvus being tied to their timeline and tied to the Dreamer.
They might be irreplaceable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If they are attempting to
But
force
I mean, it's not like
this out,
I don't understand. I guess
could
they
we
don't
move
need
up
this
the
to
meeting?
comply with
When
Talon's group.
Talon was just going to make the meeting. There was no designated time for it.
Well, they were
Yes.
having discussions further before setting the meeting, right?
Talon's group takes a little bit of time to get things done. They have
We
some
should
paperwork
probably
they have to
press
do.
them more fervently about it.
So, do we want to press the idea of resing Lolasil or attempting to res Lolasil now while all this jumble's going on?
Do you want to do it before? Are
We
you
should do it
going
before
to?
the rest of us have to leave.
I guess the better question is, do we?
I either do it on my own when you're gone, or I do it while you're here. The problem is if I do it while you're here, we might be under the gun of them trying to attack. I don't know if that location is something their historical records would know about.
Could that anger any of the gods?
I can not know because I would only guess that my failure would probably be the biggest angering factor.
Yeah, I think bringing her back would be a happy thing for them, but
If
anything
I fail,
going
they'll
wrong,
be very angry.
yeah.
Has the concern of what possibly happening to you come into being a thought here?
I'm already crazy. What's gonna happen?
Absorb the full divinity and do what she did?
Huh?
Do have two divine beings on board.
And
Yeah.
you're directly connected in a different way than they was, and we have no idea what triggered whatever happened.
I was gonna see if I could use the spark that's not used yet to ignite it, not myself. I wasn't
But-
intending to use myself.
No, but you're casting the spell.
You
I'm
may
seeing-
have a backlash.
I'm singing the song, and I sang the song last time. It didn't do anything to me then, and
But you
I don't
were
think-
trying to bring her back.
I think perhaps we leave this for now.
all right. I mean, if you guys want, I'll wait 2 years and do it after the babies are born.
I'm more bringing up the fact of we have no idea what caused what we believe Morgani had happened.
I think it's because she's not part of the world the same way that the Fae are.
Are
And
you willing to risk yourself that for your family?
I'm willing to risk myself for everybody I love. And I think that bringing hope back into the world is something good. And it would make the world a
I'm
better place for my
concerned
family.
that you are going to end up like Morgani, lashing out at
We don't-
everything.
We
It's
don't.
okay. All you have to do is turn like a glass over, and I'm pretty much nullified.
That is definitively untrue.
And
This
you
is true. I'm pretty
saw
good at knocking glasses off tables now.
what a mortal touching what we think caused Morgani's craziness almost instantly went crazy.
I'm saying she's already done the groundwork. I'm not having to do more to it, and I've already touched it once, and I was going to touch it exactly the same way. It didn't make me any worse last time. I know that's a risk, but everything we do has risks.
But it's not if you're just touching the same, you just take spark in like you did last time.
I didn't have the spark last time. I only had me. I drained myself nearly to death in there. It wasn't enough. I
You're
didn't have
talking
the
about-
spark. I got Dadriel a
You're talking
year
about-
later.
Part underneath Tarnstead.
Yes. I did that a year and a half later. I got the spark.
Okay, so out of character, you're not talking about the Temple of
No.
Lost Causes, which is what you said earlier.
No, I want to go to the Temple of Lost Causes to get the spark to use it on that, because that is what I use to purify Lawless remains. I want to use the spark there because I wasn't enough to take it any further than just purifying and making the towers come. Also, I have to make the towers happen again. That is my duty. So I have to make those towers.
Stands to reason.
I have
think
to help
it's
the
a-
Fae.
Very far distance to purify the bones to reviving the god without touching like others have.
This is why we talked to Oberon and Titania about it. I'm not going to go into it without any foreknowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be too much of a stretch to include Morgani?
If we can get her into a better position, which is why I think perhaps we should wait a little bit.
All right. We'll wait. So,
Yeah, I'd prefer not to think how her anger would be if
shall
she
we
found
get a hold of Talon then?
Yes, we have many things to try and do. Did that vessel ever get repaired?
I don't know.
Haven't really been back in to check it.
It needed to like time, didn't it? You said it was building parts,
It was
or no, it was making diagnostic.
diagnostics.
Would that thing be able to do the orbit?
It sounded like it.
Can't we just take their thing that they're in orbit with?
How do we get there?
How?
How do we get there? I don't know its location, so I can't get there myself.
Farda puts her hands up because so far no magical means have been able to go well past a certain height. There is no magic past a certain place. Well, this magic doesn't seem to work.
They seem to be using something that transcends.
Oh, their wrist thingies make them go. Boop, 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 boop. So maybe
We
they're
have
going.
one of them.
Don't they go up into the up?
Maybe.
Corvus unpacks one of the wrist communicator wrist pads. That's what they were. This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, that thingy. They tapped it like you put it on like this, and then they
I'm really
pushed a bunch
hoping
of-
that you tap it in the process.
Gifton, no, don't put it. No, stop. He's
But
gonna
no,
hold
but
it above her head.
Ah, I'm like 5 foot, like 9, so you're not that much taller than me.
6'2", thank you.
I know you're not.
Yes,
that
you
taller
are
than me.
short. It is enough.
Yep.
But so the one that was in the room in the tower, they touched this and they disappeared.
Yeah, they touched it and they went away when
Yeah.
they were trying to get away.
So,
So
Valda,
Yes.
would you want to take a look at this and see if you can figure it out without blowing it up?
Certainly, yeah.
Also, there's this,
Just for the
which is
sake
like-
of what she's just going to hold it up to you, Gifted, and like not letting go of it. Which buttons do you think they pressed?
that one and that one.
Okay.
And also they have this is Lambda. What was the other ones there? RG.
How do you
It
say
was
this thing?
Lambda or something, and
Lambda, Omega,
yeah,
and
Lambda.
Sergeant
This,
Center staring
this
at
is
her.
Lambda. This is Omega, and this is the other thing. That made it so that the things that were dampening Traveler fell off when we removed the things. So I don't know if that gives you any key to that, but that's what those were used in that sequence were used for.
Alex is just putting the wrist pad onto her own wrist, and she's hitting the keys. No biometric match. Okay. I'm assuming
on the
that's
dead
something
body?
good biology. Well, we don't want to try, make the body go away. Oh dear, I just had a gruesome thought.
What?
Hmm.
We want a
Putting
skin
it on their
graft.
arm.
I've
no,
done
thank you.
it.
Intriguing.
We could just do a skin wrap.
That would work.
Don't know if any one of us want to go up there.
Oh, does that mean we're gonna just sew it on?
Corvus takes off his right glove and rolls up his sleeve.
I'm gonna put this on the
Corvus.
body and see if it's. I'm not going to make it go away. I'm not pressing those buttons.
Mhm.
Okay. Biometric match. It does not seem to care that it's dead. That's good.
Okay. I will say, Corvus, it shouldn't be you or I.
They do want you, so yes.
That makes it more aggravating, but sure.
Wait,
mean,
can angels and gods get up into the stars?
No. Well, the gods perhaps. Morgani's domain.
Gosh darn it!
I'll go.
I should point out the problem with any of the rest of us going is they can just kill us.
I mean, true.
What were they using to be invisible?
We can all do it, I believe, with the hat.
No, non-magical means.
I used to be able to.
Out of character, did she say
What were they using to be invisible?
Oh, they were hit. They had buttons that they hit on that, but I don't know what they were.
It's this device as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think everything goes through that thing.
Yeah, everything was through that. Like I said, the Lambda Omega thing made the thing fall off and stuff. So I don't know if you can like.
We need
figure out-
another Stephen Keller.
They also have that gun that disintegrates stuff.
Yeah, this thing over here.
Wait a second.
I don't have that. Yeah, that gun over there. They
This
have
one was good with an
yeah,
angel blade. This one wasn't.
Correct.
Could I?
Resurrect him.
With the damage?
Oh, the damage is inconsequential to a high enough tier resurrection spell.
Resurrection or raise the dead?
Which one do you want?
What way do we have an assurance that they would help us?
This one's not cooperative.
That was the one that exploded their head.
It wasn't cooperative in. Oh, that's true.
They weren't cooperative when they were being held by Hea and being compelled by her to talk.
We need to find another one.
That killed them.
I hate to say it, but there are caution means for magic that you can use.
Wait. If they're all the same entity, we could locate one.
Conceivably.
But they could exist
we
in any
resurrect
time and
them-
place.
If we resurrect them, we could use controlling.
No. There's.
We could.
We've used. I think Gifton or somebody used a locate object. Is there a locate person?
No. That's only scrying. And it would probably mess up because I only know the one Stephen Keller, and they're also in space, probably, or in orbit.
Character, you do have access to the spell.
Why don't we just?
creature.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it only does a very short range, though.
Yeah, 1,000 feet.
Yeah, it's not that great. Why don't we? All right, we have two options.
Again,
I
this
think-
is Corvus not knowing magic.
So
we have two solid options, because if we do the locate creature spell, it's not going to be really great, because I think it locates a type of creature. It might locate the person, but it's only within a few thousand feet, so it's not that great.
well, it'd
We
be
could,
handy as a warning.
yeah, but it's not something I want to spend a lot of spell slots on right now. And also, we don't know if they have more than just Stephen Keller. We could resurrect him.
Yeah, Corvus,
And
you do know that the person in your room did not match the appearance of this man, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like a catch-all. So, if we resurrect this Stephen Keller, there are a lot of spells in the Fae, and I'm pretty sure that my brothers and Valder are quite capable of forcing somebody to obey. We could rob them of their willpower and force that and get the information and treat them as a aggressive prisoner and do that, and we could get the information we want, and that's valid. The other option is we do something a little dangerous and we make it look like me and Corvus are having an argument somewhere outside by ourselves. We bait a trap.
Out of character, because I can't remember. Have we had a failed res? Because someone didn't want to come back yet.
We've actually never really rested.
yeah, you guys haven't had a failed one that I'm sure of.
I wanted to check before, because if we did, I'd make a comment about it.
5 seconds before, but that's it.
Mm-hmm. But we could do something.
That was what I was trying to do before your children got a hold of Zaridia.
The other option is we could ask Imor if one of their reapers could track down this bastard's soul, and then we forcibly interrogate them. Just because they're dead doesn't mean they're gone.
That's true as well.
So we could either bait a trap, get somebody fresh, or we torment the dead.
However,
Sorry.
I think asking some of the Reapers to track down the soul, there's already some discontent amongst a small group of angels about all of this, so that could.
And we do have a rogue Reaper as well.
We could ask Yamiel.
We could. I suppose.
I don't know how Yamiel feels about anything, but
admittedly, the setting bait is the more moral path, but I think it's too great a risk.
Yeah, the only concern I have is that yes, we may be able to get them, but there may be a lot of them. But I think,
well, either
I for one want
either
that option to happen. That's just
we're either choosing to live in fear of their attack, or we set the stage, as it were. That's if we decide to bait a trap, we are gonna have to be prepared that we might not be able to take one of them alive, but we might be able to do something. Like, I'm assuming they're going to presume it's a trap as well, but they're also not going to be able to resist it, because if they could get a hold of me and Corvus, they'd be sitting pretty, right?
Yeah, that's the end of their trick.
I think we want some more information of their capabilities before we set a trap, though.
I think, why don't we try to see if we can figure out this thing of, we'll try a resurrection. If that doesn't work, we'll try and ask for an Amorian angel of some sort to help us. If that doesn't work, trap. That sound fair?
We could always, there's always another option.
Okay, I'm open to it.
We could try to force the parlay sooner in a higher plane where they can't really get to us, and inform our counterpart on the other side that they have a rogue group that's literally trying to cause trouble and start a fight between us.
I think that was something that we were considering anyways.
The only
Yes.
problem is we bump up against Talon bureaucracy in that case, unless we go rogue on it.
Well, at this point,
if that blows up in our face, that's a problem.
Would Talon
the
take a
thing is, at this
petition of...
point, we are either going to become the aggressors or we are going to stay on the defensive. Now, we can become aggressors and literally be aggressors and bait one of their people and take them hostage, which would give them every reason to go to their command structure and go, look, they're taking our people hostage.
Is it possible
Or
to
we can
petition?
try and kick the hornet's nest of the bureaucracy and say, look, the situation's getting out of hand. We need this to be done. We need to get this going now before the situation spirals out of control, which it is getting very close to spiraling out of control.
Petition isn't particularly a thing that's done, but I suppose if we approach the other gods and ask them to push this.
We ask Hevos. Hevos would see that this is
Just.
This is just, and it is. They are currently dishonoring both parties,
Emphasize the urgency of
and in doing so,
resolution?
dishonoring his daughter.
Yes.
Speaking of, didn't you say Aya was there?
Yes.
Gifton?
Yes, she was notifying the other gods of what was going on and that there was an extra group involved. So that's already moving. So that's already being played. I'll go hit up a angel radio outside.
So we're going to try the gods. Yes.
We'll try the gods.
Sorry, telling them that seems like the option.
Do we
if
want?
we are
wait,
stuck waiting, we can always attempt.
All right, let's try the
others.
resurrection first because we'll do that before we do the gods.
And as it's permission based, if he chooses to come, that's no sight on us.
Yep. So let's do that. I can cast it, or you can cast it. Who can cast it?
Cast.
I can cast it if you want me to, Fowler says.
They might trust you more than me.
Let's get the body outside then.
He's not explicitly the person who's attempting to do something that they were told to get, so.
All right, I will help pick up the body.
We can also explain it as an attempt at building a bridge.
Oh, let's take this.
Reconciliation.
I don't think you get very much communication when you're calling the dead back. You're just like, please come back.
Oh, I mean, if we are caught doing this,
Oh yeah.
we can always explain this as an attempt to make up for defensive actions.
Remind
Build
me
a
to
bridge.
pray extra later. I forgot to pray last night. I know. I'm hoping my brothers will forgive me. I say over my shoulder, backing this body.
Indeed. Right. You take the body outside, and just you can lay it down in the sand. And Fowler's just going to cast a resurrection spell,
And nothing's gonna happen.
and the body's eyes open.
Oh shit!
That's where we're going to end this week's session.
God damn it!
Thank you, though.
100% saw that coming.
Yeah. All right. Yes.
Yep. Well, I can just message.
Everybody take a cool 4,000 experience points.
Ooh, 4,000 fancy.
4,000.
Mhm.
Whoa! What happened?
I know, right?
We killed someone technically. Well, they killed themselves.
Everybody take your single point of piety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Single point of party. Excuse me.
Get
Kind of 5 mirrors.
That was at 6. Mary's at 5, so Mary's now at 6.
Hey.
And we will do this same time next week.